Yeah. Welcome back to another episode of the Format Podcast Live Sunday morning edition. What's going on, gentlemen?
What's happening?
What up? Good to be here, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, let's get right to it, man. We've got some topics to talk about. Interesting show today, man. Serious day of football yesterday. A lot of football yesterday. That was good. Always good when you have a lot of football, but that also is kind of sad because it signifies that we're getting down to the end. But
we're getting close to the end of the road.
But we're gonna enjoy the time that we do have left with football, and of course there are other sports to discuss as well. But let's go ahead and give a shout out to the channel members, and we'll go ahead and we will kick off the spiel, and then we'll get right to it. All right, Coach T, first member of the channel, man. Appreciate you. Host of the Be Ready Sportscast. Thank you so much. It's not that serious. What up? Chief Sid Bubba. Thank you, Chief, for everything that you have done for our great nation. Thank you for everything you do for this show. Shout out to the boys from Annapolis.
Oh, my apologies. Anchors away, my boys. Anchors away. That's good, Bruce. Order arms. That's good.
Thank you. Stop slacking, man.
You held it so proudly, man. You held it so proudly.
Hey, man, I got to give respect where it's due, man. What up, Baltimore, Bruce? What up? Steve, king of the chat. What's good, my brother? Oh, here we go. Oh, my goodness. Nino, what up? Sneed got what you need, of course, here rocking with us live. And, of course, Micah, New York City stand up. All love 0307. Appreciate you. All right. Let's go ahead, y'all. Hit the spiel, and we're going to get right into these quick hits and get into these main topics and then get out of here so that we can enjoy some football for the rest of the day.
Absolutely.
If you're watching here on YouTube, make sure you go ahead, click that subscribe, that like, that notification bell. Make sure you're kept up to date whenever we drop new content on the channel. If you want the audio-only version of the podcast, open up your audio podcast platform, hit the search bar, type in The Format Podcast. We should come right up. If you're enjoying the content, make sure you give us a like, leave us a 5-star review, and drop a comment. All that stuff helps us rise in the algorithm, helps us find more sports fans, helps more sports fans find us. Make sure you write it down, put it in your phone, make a note of it. The Format Podcast is live Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. Eastern. And finally, if you're really and truly enjoying the content we're delivering you, make sure you hit that join button. There's going to be exclusive content here just for you.
Mm-hmm. You, right there. Go ahead and take a time out. Hit that thumbs up button for us right there. Thank you so much.
How much time you got, buddy?
How much time you got, buddy?
What up, Mr. Realist? Well, look, he's a young cat, and it's going to be what it's going to be. But the young fella, he stood his ground, he held up, and he did all right, man. Can't front on that. He fought through the Lions den, and it was a tough spot for him because he had 3 people who were not feeling where he was kicking, but he stood up and he did his thing. I am not mad. It was an enjoyable experience. Thank you for watching. We appreciate that. All right, let's go ahead and let's get to these quick hits, man. Let's get to these quick hits. First quick hit I'm gonna give, and sorry, Transformer, got to do this, man. It's going to be quick, though. Is Caleb Williams really starting to live up to his billing as what they thought that he was going to be?
You did not watch that game. Okay. You did not watch the game. Got it.
Yeah. I watched
Caleb Williams did not have an awesome performance to be worthy of a quick hit.
That's not really. Come on, man. Put that part.
No. It was the run game, and they got lucky at the end. It wasn't Caleb Williams dotting every. He didn't have an awesome
season,
game.
though.
Not just talking
just
about
the season, right?
He's been playing okay.
Right. I'm not just talking about this game, right? So this is the 6th time this season that the Bears have won a game that they trailed in the final 2 minutes. You have to have that guy under center to be able to do those things. And believe me, let me make it clear. You know I can't stand Caleb Williams. He's a Trojan. I don't want to hear nothing about that dude. But that said, he is starting to live up to the bill. Now, I'm not with he's the best prospect since Andrew Luck.
Yeah, so he's not living up to the bill.
But no, what I'm saying is you are seeing why he was taken number 1 overall. He's showing he's showing a lot of the things that a lot of people thought he had, and it was serious that night. And that last play, you can't say he got lucky. That was one of the best throws I've seen maybe all year.
Yeah, he caught a weak secondary.
The,
caught him deep. Yeah. Wasn't
Steve, what are your thoughts, man?
I think he's improved definitely year over year. I think he's had some really good moments this year. It's not luck when you continue to win games in those clutch moments. So I have to agree with you, Bruce. I think he's starting to show that he is validating his some of the praise that he received in terms of what he's capable of doing. He has not shown sustainably through each game that he's like a world breaker or whatever, but he is clearly better than what some of us doubters thought. And I think it's promising for the Bears that he's, now we can have some expectations. I think it's fair. So he's beat some good teams. The come from behind wins are always important because it shows like the clutchness. Like, can you show up in the big moments? So I'm encouraged. He's better than what I thought. Yeah,
agreed. And also, can we give some props to Ben Johnson?
Yeah.
I wasn't sure that he was going to be this as a head coach. They gave him a whole lot of hype before he had kind of proven anything. This is rookie head coaching job, his rookie head coaching season. And clearly he has made a very large impact on this Bears offense and this Bears team as a whole. Let's be real. Nobody expected 11-4 and looking like for the first time in a while they're going to win this division. Looking like it still might not happen, but it appears that's going to be the case.
We would need to win out, and they would need to lose out.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and I haven't checked their schedule.
They got some tough. They got 2 tough games ahead of them.
Where they got Detroit,
and is the Broncos? No.
Let's see real quick.
And the Steelers? No, they don't play the Steelers this year. I mean,
okay, so
San Fran. I think it's San Fran.
San Francisco and Detroit. Those are not easy. Those are not easy at all. So that's what's that next Saturday night, next Sunday, but next Saturday. So the point is, those aren't easy. You're 100% right. So we'll see how it goes. But shout out to Ben Johnson. All right, moving right along. Transform, you got a quick hit?
That's crazy. You didn't even say transform or go. All right, that's cool. I ain't got.
Bro, we don't expect you to compliment the Bears, bro.
I thought you made it clear what you felt about it. Go ahead.
No, I was going to talk about Caleb Williams is not living up to the expectation.
Okay.
He's coming into a good quarterback. The expectation was Patrick Mahomes 2.0. Let's not forget the expectations were. The expectations were Patrick Mahomes 2.0. We are not seeing Patrick Mahomes 2.0. We're seeing a good quarterback. All right. So I disagree.
Transformer,
what'd you say? We're seeing a good quarterback.
Real quick, Transformer. How common was that narrative that he was Patrick Mahomes 2.0? Like,
very.
Really?
He was over all the sports media wave. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. They expected Caleb Williams was sought after. They were literally considering him like the Patrick Mahomes 2.0, the next generational talent, the next guy to take this ascend football to the next level at quarterback. Absolutely.
Yeah, they were saying some ridiculous stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So good quarterback, but the expectations, no, he has, because they set him so freaking high. They set him so freaking high for the kid.
Is it also fair to say how? And again, I am not in any way trying to cape up for Caleb, but is it also fair to say how he got saddled with horrible coaching in his rookie year?
Yeah.
That doesn't help either, right?
Mm-hmm. Get off on the bad foot,
We unfortunately are seeing this in Cleveland, and we've seen it in many other places, right?
Yeah.
A talented player gets saddled with, terrible support. So,
yeah.
So,
yep, that's all I got on that one. All right.
Okay. No doubt.
Whoa. Sometimes, man, it's okay to stay in your profession. I know everybody want to make a little money. And yes, they made a lot of money. Made quite a bit of money. Almost 100 million. But sometimes, man, you got to get your jaw broke to figure out that you need to stay in your own lane.
We gonna talk about that, man.
Jake Paul.
We are?
Oh, bro, my bad.
Last night, man.
My bad.
That's all right. Transformer, hit us with the primer. It's all good.
Yeah, I just hit you with the primer. That's it. We roll right into it. Roll right into it. See, this is what happened when I can't, because I can't look at my screen. My screen is normally here, so I don't see the topics. So I need to maneuver stuff around. This is BS. I don't know why this monitor ain't turning on. It's really starting to aggravate the shit out of me. I don't know what it is. Hey, babe.
It's okay.
Come here. I'm gonna need you to find the plug to the pause. Everybody, y'all
Get
proceed.
life involved, bro.
Right. Sneak, go ahead, man. What do you have on Quick Hit?
All right, real quick, just to go over some of the NBA things that are happening this year. The LA Clippers are hot garbage. That is a trash team, bro. That is horrible. They're bums, bro. Man. Straight up. They got 7 wins this year in the first 28 games of the season. That is terrible underachievement. Then you have teams like the Suns, and I'm talking out west, who I think are overachieving. They're playing great basketball given the expectation. They're 15-13. This team was projected to be one of the worst. So I think they're overachieving. So it's like two opposite directions. I think the top of the West is pretty clear on who's who. And then in terms of the Eastern Conference, the Pistons look great. It looks like it's a crash course, collision course between the Pistons and the Knicks in the Eastern Conference Finals. The Celtics, in my opinion, have started to play some good basketball. I want to give them their props. Yeah, Raptors have been a nice story this year. They're 17-12, bro.
Okay.
And the Cavs are garbage. The Cleveland Cavaliers are in the second apron of the tax burden. They're horrible given their salary cap. I don't know who's a bigger disappointment, the Bucks or the Cavs in the East. Terrible, bro. Garbage. So I'm just following those narratives for now. That's kind of how I see the NBA. Very, very exciting to see where the Pistons are. I like their chances to compete in the playoffs this year. It looks sustainable. They're a tough team, bro. Cade's in, bro.
Yeah, Cade is a bad man. I like him a lot.
Oh, we lost his audio now? Oh, damn. Oh, he's muted.
He's muted. Yeah.
I'm about to say, who's he yelling at, bro?
Right.
Yo, I was gonna say, don't be bashful, Transformer. You can yell at me with the mic on. I don't care, bro.
Right.
He's trying to be nice.
By the way, shout out to the Rockets. Beat the Nuggets last night. That's a big win. Did Sengun get hurt?
No.
I don't know. I'm looking at the box. I didn't see the game. He only played 30 minutes here. 8 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists. That's not his typical. That's interesting. And a solid game for Jokic, 25, 7 and 5, which obviously that's low for him, but still a solid game for anyone else, right? So, interesting. But yeah, Rockets. That's a good team, man.
Yeah, them boys good, bro. Reed Shepherd. What's his name? Amen Thompson coming along, developing as a player. Yeah. Sengun is him though. He has become such a well-rounded player, man. Really impressive.
Yeah. Absolutely. And he plays defense, so he does that. Correction. He gives legitimate effort on defense. Let's say that. I'm not going to say it like he's some lockdown guy, but he really tries.
Yo, what do you think of KD in this back end of his career? Like,
it's weird.
He's become he's still super efficient, dog.
Yeah, but he's totally non-aggressive. He's not aggressive. I don't think he ever has been. He's just. I often wonder, if he was that mean player that wanted to kill you, like a la Kobe, what it could have been.
He had a couple of moments with the Warriors where you kind of saw a little bit of that, actually.
I think that I don't really count that as much. Obviously, it happened, but I don't. Count
because it's from 25 feet. You don't think he's
no. That's not why. It's because when he was with the Warriors, you got Clay and Steph, and the way that offense was run and the type of gravity those shooters created, it was so easy for him to you could never double. Right?
Yeah,
you can never leave those guys. So it just opened.
He had some moments in Brooklyn where he looked like he was really him, but you need a team to win. So when he started losing his players to injuries and they had all that stuff with the vaccination stuff with Kyrie, it was just silly, bro. And you know what, man? I'm sorry, bro, but when a team shits on their coach publicly, that team is done. You ain't crossing the street, because that lacks the sole focus of the team, right? Which is winning as a team. You say you don't need a coach publicly, bro? Really? The whole vibe was off in Brooklyn. That was the problem.
Yeah, it was. Yep. And while we continue waiting for Transformer here, good night from Cooper Flag last night. 24.
He's a good player, bro.
Look, he's been heating up lately. He's been on a heater.
I think he ended up in a situation that's good for his career. You're going to put him with some veterans, with a Kyrie, with a AD, and I guess you could argue that things with Luka and J Kidd weren't that great, but maybe Cooper Flag's got a different personality, right? Yeah. So like that could work potentially.
Yo, here's a quick question: why is Eric Gordon still in the league?
How old is he?
About a veteran. 1,000.
But he was never a great player. He was a decent player.
Yeah. He was good. I remember when he was a freshman at Indiana.
Oh yeah, I remember he was killing Ohio State, bro.
out of the gate. Let me see. How long is this? Stupid.
He had a good run. He played for the Clippers, the Rockets, the Bucks, I think.
Yeah, Clippers, Pelicans.
Yeah, I remember that.
Rockets, back to the Clippers, then to the Suns, now the Sixers. This guy's been around a long time, man.
Yeah.
But guess what? He's still getting them checks. Can't be mad.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been around a long time. That's a vet, though. I mean, you got to respect that. Yes, he was a dog at Indiana, Steve. Absolutely. He was killing. Let's see. Celtics won last night. We're doing a quick NBA rundown while we wait. Celtics won last night. Oh, you weren't going to tell us you back, huh?
But I told y'all to keep going.
We was waiting for you.
What you waiting on me for?
All right, let's go.
I'm sitting here just listening to y'all do the NBA rundown.
Yeah, we just, we're doing that.
I said, y'all can kick it. I'm just messing around with this monitor, trying to turn it on.
You're still playing with the monitor. By the way, quick before we move on, Peyton Pritchard, last year's Sixth Man of the Year, 33 last night for the Celtics. That boy good.
Good player. Good player.
Yeah, he's a good player. He'll never be a superstar, but he fits in his role there very well, and he can play.
Maybe he can be y'all next Austin Reeves. Just that unsung, just out of nowhere baller.
I will not compare him to any freaking Laker. No.
I would just compare him to the player, but just
whatever.
The player.
Yeah, not doing that.
This wasn't a Laker thing. This was just, kind of creating an Austin Reeves second round pick, coming off the bench. Started getting hot.
Right.
Coming into his own. Pritchard.
Not going to be able to do it. All right, let's go, y'all. Let's go. Let's get to the main topic. By the way, if you're in the chat, appreciate you being here. Hit that like and subscribe. All right, appreciate y'all. And make sure you like and subscribe to the SMT Media Network as well. Man, Sneak got a lot of good content over there. Okay, so right. I'm sorry, I'm out of sorts, man. You ruined the flow. All right.
I ruined the flow.
Boxing. Since Transformer so ably began to talk about it, go ahead and take us there, Transformer.
First of all, salute to Robin in the chat, man. What it do, Robin?
In the chat?
Yeah, he right there.
Oh, yo,
Mike Conley.
He might be.
All right.
Sports and fitness rants, and let's
roll. I wonder if Robin got his pre-workout in today.
He doing pull-ups while he typing. He the only dude that can text while he doing pull-ups.
Bro, the aura just levitates everything.
Oh man.
All right, man.
Go ahead, brother.
So, oh man, how do you start off with this one?
Yeah.
Like I said, man, sometimes you just got to get your jaw broke to just understand you're in a realm that you don't even belong in.
Right?
This was a joke from the start. The fight was a joke.
He ended up in the right realm.
And he ended up in the right realm.
The shadow realm.
The shadow realm.
Y'all terrible.
Because this was an absolute joke. He tried to turn it into a wrestling match. I don't know if he's been hanging out with his brother too much.
Right.
Just like blatantly falling on the ground. So it started fooling the ref.
Terrible.
And then finally, around the fourth round, all that falling and showboating kind of caught up to him.
Mm-hmm. Look,
and
he grabbing his leg, bro. I ain't seen that in a long time, bro.
Yeah.
He tried to turn it into MMA.
I think so.
And then finally,
night.
It's time. You got to get your jaw broke. You know what he realizing that? Ooh, that was I probably shouldn't be here. That was I probably shouldn't be in this ring with this big man.
He hit him with so many rights, he begged for a left, bro.
He was like,
what up, man?
So guys, this joke of a boxing match.
Mm-hmm.
Where do we go from here?
There's nowhere to go from here. It's over.
It's like
it's not over though. That's the thing.
Did you see the purse sneak? That's why it's not over.
92 mil each.
Yeah, but it's over for Jake Paul trying to say like he could hang with real boxers.
Okay, so here's the deal, right? Depends on the real boxer, because when he fought Tommy Fury barely escaped by, and he's a real boxer, right? He barely.
Yeah, but how many?
He's like
did Tommy Fury have at the time?
Yeah, Tommy Fury wasn't a true professional like that.
Yeah, he was. Yeah,
like 3, 4 fight. He's not like a big fighter.
I'm talking about like he went up against a legitimate champion.
Okay, that's
different. If he's retired.
Yeah,
he went up against a champion and real power.
Tommy Fury was 8-0. So he fought Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., who is a former world champion, right? Obviously, he fought Mike Tyson. I will never stop believing that was a setup. But Chavez Jr. he's a degenerate. He got a whole lot of problems. But
and what year was he born?
Chavez Jr.?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Ain't he like a mob boss now? Like
no, I think he got locked up.
Yeah, the cartel, bro.
Oh yeah,
he got linked to the cartel or something crazy like that.
Yeah.
But what I will say is that was a legitimate fighter, former world champion, right? The problem is Jake Paul got in there with a legitimate fighter who's still relatively in his prime and is a 2-time heavyweight champ of the world, and that wasn't good. And he tried to get on his bike and he tried to move early in the fight. And I'm like, is this what this is going to be? And he actually landed it. He landed a couple shots. But remember, we talked about
I know, right? Bruce.
Did they do anything?
The man was playing cat and mouse the entirety of the fight. He caught him with like one little shot. Like Joshua walked through it. Like, dude,
yeah, for sure.
I'm like much bigger than you. That punch ain't like he caught him clean.
Yeah.
Anthony Joshua was like, yeah, bro, it's over.
Not gonna be
it's over.
No, well, no, I agree with you.
He said, I'm going to take your soul. And he said, round after round after round, I'm going to see your soul leave your body.
Well, I think he
said
that's
exactly what happened.
I think Anthony Joshua, who we have seen put down before, said, I'm not going to do anything reckless because we know in boxing, if you get caught, anybody can get caught, right? So he says, I'm not going to be reckless, but I know that when the time comes, I'm going to get him out of there. And he did that. Because remember, we talked about it maybe 2 weeks ago, Transformer. Said, is this going to be a real fight? And I thought it was going to be similar to the Mike Tyson thing where you would see Anthony Joshua have a chance to, close it out and then he kind of pull back and, make it work. But nah, he took care of that.
Bruce, nobody was going to believe that this time.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
No.
Nobody was going to believe any other outcome than this.
It had to be this outcome.
Yeah. Anything else would have happened. Yeah. It would have been a sham,
Right. So I'm looking at this, right? One, let me say this, like we're talking about it. I got to give Jake Paul some credit though, right? He could have not got up a couple times. He got put down, 4 times in that fight. He kept getting back up. So respect, he tried to get up on that last one, just about a second late, right?
Yeah, but I wouldn't though. Like, you see,
he had his jaw broken on that one.
Like, yeah, bro.
Yeah. Well, I understand that, but
did you see the face he made? I've never seen a face like that in a boxing match in my life.
You got to watch when Gennady Golovkin beat up Curtis Stevens.
He was beating.
Did he make a face like this?
Yes. Yeah, he was like,
bro, this was an O face.
Yeah, like, this is a real punch.
That's how Curtis Stevens looked when Triple G put him down for the first time. Go check that out. But the point I'm trying to make is I'm going to give Jake Paul some credit for having the heart to continue to get back up and continue to try to compete. Like, you know me, I'm one of those people that always talks about athletes competing, right? That's big to me. And he kept trying to compete. He just wasn't obviously on that level.
Bruce,
now, yes,
I get it. You want to give him kudos.
But what about all the
He
backpedaling?
had to keep getting up.
But what about the backpedaling?
He had to keep getting up.
Well, are you going to stand there and trade with Anthony Joshua?
I'm not going there with Anthony Joshua.
I know, am I right? Unless you pay me $100 million, I get in there and fight anybody.
But Anthony Joshua,
bro, I will drop kick Anthony Joshua in the chest at least once, bro, to try to get out of there.
I'm getting DQ, bro. Like I'm about to cheat. He thought it was about to be a wrestling match with Jake Paul, boy.
Yeah,
bro, he was throwing
to
missiles. He was throwing missiles, and he didn't show good head movement. He didn't show any type of good parry techniques. He didn't show you anything that showed that he had improved his boxing from the last fight.
No,
well,
it was cat and mouse.
So, but here's the greater thing, right? The greater question is this. Obviously, we knew that this wasn't a fight that he should have had. We knew this was a fight he shouldn't have taken. He was fighting an active heavyweight championship level fighter, right? So we get
Olympic.
Olympic. Yeah.
Gold medalist, right?
Olympic.
Heavyweight gold medalist and a 2-time world heavyweight champion.
260?
About
he weighed about 245.
Yeah,
245. So that's a big heavyweight, right?
Yeah, he might have put someone. So here's the greater question, though, right? Obviously, we know what that was, but my question is this for the topic: is Jake Paul good for boxing?
No.
That's my question.
No.
I thought we were trying to get legitimacy back into the sport.
I would think that as well, but maybe there's some arguments that can be made that perhaps he is decent for boxing. Maybe.
What? What's decent about this?
I'm about to tell you, right? Listen, you know me. When it comes to the sports, I'm a purist. I'm about competition.
Are you looking at it from a audience perspective?
Now we're starting to move in that direction when we say better, when we say possibly good for boxing, right? So we know that part of the thing that was hurting boxing in terms of its mainstream popularity, because, well, you might not be old enough, Transform, but Sneed and I think are old enough to remember when we could watch boxing on Saturday afternoons on ABC Wide World of Sports, like legitimate fights, not not corny fights, like great fights. And when it went to the pay-per-view method, which, all due respect to the fighters getting as much as they should for the physical danger they put themselves in, when it went to the pay-per-view method, that priced out a lot of regular people, right? Yeah. And so even though there's more money being generated because of that, it hurt the popularity of the sport, because the best fights weren't as easily accessible to everyone.
Paywall. They created a paywall.
Correct. So now you have, for instance, Jake Paul. He's doing all these fights, and you're not necessarily. Well, I guess DAZN is technically a streamer. I think you could pay like $10 or $12 a month for DAZN, and you get all the pay-per-views free and all that, which is kind of cool. But Jake Paul now, with his deal, and he's doing these fights on Netflix, that makes it more available for a lot more people, right? Apparently way more, because of him as an influencer and now quote unquote celebrity boxer. Now you have way more Gen Z and Gen Alpha people watching boxing and MMA, kind of getting into it. And that is bringing a lot of younger eyes into the sport, which could be a good thing for the sport, right? I understand when you talk about the in the ring stuff, but that could be a good thing for the sport in terms of bringing more people. It's getting a lot of fighters, a lot of money. So you got that. Like, where else was Mike Tyson going to get $20 million for a boxing match at this age, right? He might get that fighting Floyd in this, whatever this is coming up next year, but I think it's in March. But for the most part, he's not getting that. Who's doing that, right? So you see these type of things. He has record-breaking gates, right? He has the record for largest boxing gate in U.S. history outside of Las Vegas. And that was Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson in Texas. And then they made some good money the other night for the fight in Miami. So,
was it in Miami?
Yeah, it was in Miami. Yeah. So, I mean, he's bringing in money. He's He's bringing in new and younger eyes, which realistically every sport wants to do. They want to get younger, which I never really understood that, because younger people don't have the disposable income, but I suppose younger people can stay with the sport longer. They can grow with the sport until they get disposable income, spend that, and then bring their kids into it. So it's a more long-term plan.
Bruce, real quick, how familiar are you guys with Married with Children, the show back in the day on Fox?
No.
That is one of my all-time favorite shows, actually.
All right, so peep this, right?
Al
Al Bundy, 4 touchdowns in a single game. Poke eye.
Oh, damn. That Married with Children. I'm thinking
All right.
something else.
The actor, Ed O'Neill, played Al for like several years.
Correct.
Became synonymous with the role. You couldn't shake it.
You're right.
He wanted to get serious roles in Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
And when they were doing the screenings and when they were doing like the pre-screening to people to like get the surveys and all that, they would start laughing when they'd see him. And he was playing a serious role in the movie.
Yeah.
I gave this analogy because the sport, when it comes to Jake Paul, this is viewed as like a novelty. This is viewed as kind of a joke. It's like meme boxing. How do we go from meme boxing to serious boxing? We just turn switches on and off. So what I said earlier about the legitimacy of the sport, bringing legitimacy to the sport, because for a long time we weren't getting the fights we wanted. We were getting stuck behind paywalls. You know, we had a bunch of guys ducking and dodging each other.
Yeah.
You had all these promotions that were the problem.
Yes, that's right.
And then we got meme boxing and KSI and all this other bullshit. At some point, you're going to run into the Al Bundy situation where you can't shake the identity. It's been a long time since there's been a lack of seriousness to the sport. When you got the goofies out there that want to watch Jake Paul fight these clowns. And I'm not saying they're clown, but they're not serious fighters anymore. Or he's fighting MMA fighters and all this other. I'm just saying it's turned into this Al Bundy meme thing. And it's going to be really hard to break this down.
1,000% agree with you, Sneed.
Yeah, that's a great
1,000%.
Yeah.
It's turning into a circus. Boxing is becoming a circus. If you want to bring a circus audience, that's what you're getting. You're getting a bunch of individuals, because nobody's really watching the undercards, right? Nobody really rarely watches the undercards. Like this newer generation, I mean. Us, we do, right? Because there's a lot of great fights
TikTok.
They're
scrolling TikTok.
Yeah.
The whole undercard.
The whole undercard. They're scrolling social media, blah, 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 blah. They came to see Jake. They came to see his brother. They came to see Anthony Joshua. That's what they're getting. And that fight was a circus. It was literally a circus. The fight before that was more of a fight than it was that fight.
Did you guys see what happened after the fight?
What happened after the fight?
Or at the event? There was I don't know, bro. There's like this YouTube kid. He got his whole security team. He got all his people. They're recording. You could tell.
Yeah.
This was all staged, bro. I could see it. Andrei Arlovski, for those of you guys that don't follow MMA, is the winningest heavyweight fighter of all time.
Yeah.
Multi-time champion.
Legend.
Like he goes into a room, bodies are going to be flying, bro. He could clear out a room today. Like it's like that. Bro, they got this whole staged event where like the kid, the YouTuber, bumps into Andrei Arlovski and he starts throwing these fake haymakers. He kicks one of the kids on the ground. The security guard pretends to hit him and then runs away. Bro, go back and watch it. These events are literally meme events. It's all staged. It's all fake. It's opportunities for them to create these fake clips. And I'm telling, bro, it is a joke.
Do you think that not Jake Paul, his opponent, how did I forget the name already?
Anthony Joshua.
Thank you. Wow. Do you think Anthony Joshua took that as a fake staged event?
No, he was throwing all flames, bro. Those were missiles.
right. Okay, just check it.
Those were missiles. But I'm talking about the whole event, bro. There were probably some people in the the undercard that were like, I can't wait to get extra views, get seen. Maybe I can get a finish, and then I'm highly sought after for another one. Bro, I'm telling you, this stuff is, you get like 2% real. 98% of it is all just deep fake and staged and bullshit.
Okay.
Transformer, you see what I'm talking about?
Yeah. I didn't know. I didn't catch that.
Bro, Andre Orlovsky, if he catches anyone, just clip a chin, bro. Watch the Shadow Realm
It's like
deportation
he's just
happen.
like he's barely missing them. Like he's
extension,
not fully extended. Yeah. Come on, man.
You see that little kick at the ground too? You see that little thing?
So you guys' consensus is that Jake Paul is bad for boxing.
Yeah,
Al
like
Bundy.
You're bringing in the audience part. Like you're right to a point, right? It's getting an audience, but an audience for circus activity.
I think I agree with you guys. I was just trying to present some of the other side, right?
But shout out to the fine Elisa Baumgartner. She champion. And
I think another problem though, guys, is that when it comes to boxing,
I'll watch that circus.
Sneed mentioned promoters getting in the way of one another and keeping these mega fights from happening when we want to see them in many cases, right? You got that. And then you got the mentality of everybody wants to stay with the O, right? Floyd Mayweather mentality, instead of just making the best fights and make the best man win. Boxing and entertainment. Absolutely. I get it. But you know what, Steve? We live in a world where entertainment and content is king, right? Correct. So while I agree with you, how can we do that? Because the end goal is trying to make money.
The guy who did it best was probably Ali. In terms of entertainment and actual legitimacy to boxing.
For sure.
A lot of people have tried and it's just not the same.
No, I get it. Yeah. I think the other problem here is that we have situations where, as I was saying, you get the promoters in the way. Sometimes you get the fighters in the way, not making the fights when they're supposed to. Everybody wants to keep the O, so on and so forth. But then you have the problem where, okay, besides a Jake Paul, who I'm going to loosely call a fighter, right? Who are the fighters that have the real crossover appeal outside of boxing purists today? Who has that? Floyd is gone. He's no longer there. Everybody knew who Floyd was. Respect to. I'm not the biggest Floyd fan. His skills were incredible, no doubt. But outside of him, like what other fighters, maybe Canelo, but his fandom is more so among a certain demographic of America, right? Mexican Americans and Mexicans, and more so in Mexico, less so among, the rank and file American. Terrence Crawford may have had that, but he just now in his last couple of fights got the huge fights to finally put him up there. And now he allegedly is retired. So who is the guy? Like we had Sugar Ray Leonard, like you had, to your point, Sneed, Muhammad Ali, like we had Mike Tyson. These guys were cultural icons outside of the ring, and then Floyd. So like who is that person now? That's part of what's hurting boxing. And so even though I agree with you guys about the circus and all of that, and you guys know me, I'm a purist when it comes to competition in sports, who is going to bring the eyes to the sport of boxing? Because unfortunately, it is for purists. Any ideas?
Not one, because they all ducking each other. They're all still ducking each other.
I think promoters have a lot to do with that, but yeah.
And so many freaking that's why I like the UFC. Dana White he states, okay, you're going to fight him.
Yeah, but nobody's bigger than the sport transfer.
Right. And because the UFC has one governing body, right?
Exactly.
One promoter.
That's what boxing needs.
Yeah,
that's gonna be hard. You're gonna tell millionaires and billionaires to get out the way and stop being millionaires and billionaires.
But that's the solution. I'm not saying how it needs to be done,
right?
But that's the only way it can be done.
Yeah. The structure of the promotions is the trouble. They're not operating in the best interest of the sport. They're operating in the best interest of, the fighters' aura, the fighters' popularity, the fighters' personal interests, like trying to stay undefeated, like with Mayweather, like all that stuff was bad for the sport, actually.
Yeah. But Floyd would say, "Yo, who cares? I'm retired. I'm near a billionaire. I have all my faculties. I'm living life. Anywhere I go, I got a stack of bread, literally, like as thick as a loaf. Who gonna tell me something?" That's probably how Floyd is looking at this thing.
The man's name is Money Mayweather. The money team. That man is all about the dollar.
Sure.
If it ain't about the money,
no, that's a terrible analogy, but we'll get there. No, so that was my thought, man. I just wanted to get you guys' feeling on whether or not Jake Paul was good for boxing, especially in the wake of the fight that we just had. Because I know a lot of people, myself included, wanted to see that dude get his block knocked off.
And we knew it had to be done.
Right. Not because I have an issue with Jake Paul, but I'm like, he did not deserve to step in the ring with Anthony Joshua, plain and simple.
And Anthony Joshua showed it exactly.
Correct.
Anthony Joshua fought a fight which he threw nothing but power punches. Because he just knew, like, I don't have to box this dude.
He's like, I'm
just waiting on one to land, and that's it.
Right.
What about we gotta talk about Top G getting his ass kicked too?
Did he? He fought? Really?
He got his ass kicked, bro.
Who?
Wow.
Top G.
Andrew Tate.
Andrew Tate.
Oh, Andrew Tate. Yeah.
I didn't know he fought.
Yeah.
He lost in decision.
He promotes his own organization and then fought in it.
Isn't he old now though?
I mean,
like,
yeah.
Fighter. I mean,
yeah. How many guys should really be fighting in their late 30s?
Probably very, very few. Very few.
I would advise it, bro.
Yeah.
You're slowing down. Those punches from those younger guys hurt. You know?
Yeah, don't do that. Yeah. All right, let's take a couple calls on this, y'all, and we'll see what we got.
Did y'all see the
call in Jake Paul and boxing? You know the number, but I'll throw it up here.
Did y'all see the Anderson Silva feint kick to the uppercut to Tyron Woodley? Did he feint a kick?
Yeah, we were on with Man Down when we were talking about that.
Yeah. I laughed so hard. Like, this man literally feinted a kick, and Tyron is such an MMA fighter. He kind of reacted to it. He was like, "Hey, what you about to do?" Then he stepped in, fake left, uppercut, shadow realm. I was like, Tyron, I know damn well you didn't fall.
Bro, you just see like souls levitate, bro. It's just like all these things.
Hey, Shane Song came and just took the soul.
Yep.
Yeah. Your soul is mine.
What's going on, man?
Oh boy.
Coach T, can't hear you.
Can we hear him? Oh,
Coach T.
I cannot. Coach T, you there?
Yeah, can y'all hear me?
Oh, there you go. Couldn't before?
Man, I was like, what the hell happened? I heard Transformer talking and it just went silent.
What you got, man?
Man, y'all want to hear me rant or do you just want me to keep it PG?
Yeah, keep it PG, man.
What? Trying to stay monetized, bro.
Right.
Hey, come on, Bruce. Quit handcuffing me.
Hey, if you want to send $100 super chat, we'll let you let it rip, bro.
Man, what?
I see what you did there.
What you got, man? What you got?
Man. All right, look. First off, I want to say Bruce versus Vlad TV. I'm vouching for that fight to happen.
Bruce who?
Bruce.
Hope?
What's the rules?
Bruce Hope?
Podcast.
What's the rules?
You knock his ass out. That's the rule.
No, is it a boxing match or is it a fight?
Bare knuckle.
Okay.
No, bare knuckle is real.
Nah, if we fight, I can handle that. I am.
Who did he say?
Vlad TV.
Oh, Vlad TV.
Bro, everybody wants Vlad TV to disappear, bro.
They want that man gone, bro.
Look, they will pay Bruce. Your show will go viral overnight. All you gotta do is knock him out because everybody gonna pay big money to see Vlad get his bucket.
I'll take it.
No, what I was gonna say is on this fight, I'm not shocked on the outcome. The first 4 round, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I was like, here we go, Mike Tyson again, because it was kind of obvious he was not going for the kill in the first 4 rounds. Talking about Anthony Joshua.
Well, it's kind of tough when your opponent's running away for 4 rounds
and falling on the ground, holding your legs,
falling on the ground. Like that was the circus part about it.
Transformer, beginning of the fight, then Joshua hit him with a couple body shots. I think he felt that, and I was like, yeah, I don't blame him for running.
So you shouldn't be in that. You shouldn't be in that ring.
He said, "Wait a minute, I ain't been hit like this before."
He never got
He's
hit
like,
that
man, he
way.
punched me
never
in the
got hit
front,
that
but I feel it in my spinal.
Spinal.
What vertebrae? What vertebrae, Sneed?
Did you? But the reason why I called Bruce, did you see that? Did you see that video I sent you? I think it was a couple days ago about his sparring match. He was sparring with a guy similar to Joshua's size.
Yeah.
And you see how uncoordinated he looked in that sparring session. How he was going in, leaving his head open, leaving himself open for a kill shot.
Well, it was smart to attempt to, mimic what Anthony Joshua bring in the ring, to attempt to mimic it, with a sparring partner of like size, but you can only mimic it but so much. But that's a smart move, that.
No, I was talking about how his technique was. I'm like, no, he should. If he that wasn't no, he didn't take this seriously. If he was taking this seriously, he should have hired a trained professional boxing trainer to prepare him for a heavyweight of his caliber and extended it out to 2026 to give him ample time to prepare for that fight, get in fight shape, and all that, to be taken seriously as a professional.
Okay, so here's the thing. Let me push back on you a little bit there, Coach T. He does have a legitimate boxing team in his corner. Like, he's been training for 6 years, and he moved to Puerto Rico, which we know is a hotbed of boxing. Like, he trains for real.
Okay, hold on. Anthony Joshua is 36.
I got you.
Correct.
He has likely been boxing since he was like
I'm
6.
not trying to compare.
I think 12.
I'm
say he was 12.
I'm just pushing back because we have to be fair in acknowledging that Jake Paul really does take this seriously. Now, the rush on the fight, hold on, Coach T. The rush on the fight was because, you have sponsors in place, you have a venue in place, all that stuff. It's hard to go back and cancel that. But go ahead.
This is crazy, bro.
And he had to get a marquee opponent because everybody was expecting him to fight Tank Davis. So that I understand.
Right. On short notice too.
You couldn't put a poop butt person out there and then they'd be like, oh hell no, at the last minute. So he had to fight somebody legitimate. What I'm saying is, no, I'm not knocking what you're saying, Bruce. Everything you said was true. Yeah, he has a solid team. However, his team well, I don't know how much experience they have in actual professional boxing. But what I'm saying is he should have hired a head trainer that's been in the boxing world for 20, 30 plus years, has been around the sport, to get him properly prepared for it. Because as you can see, like he wasn't properly prepared for that, and that's the results that everybody wanted to see anyway.
I don't know how properly he could have been prepared, though, right?
Yeah, he was just completely outmatched from the start.
4 losses in his career, I think. There's a lot of heavyweight champion level fighters that have been properly prepared and got put down by that dude. So,
Bruce,
we got
this is so easy to fix.
Legitimate,
when they're choosing the opponents, they need to look at the experience. Forget age,
right?
Forget promotion,
right?
Forget like platforms. How many professional fights? How much training have these guys done? He should be fighting people like him. If he's been training for 6 years or professionally fighting for 3 years, he should be fighting those guys like that.
I agree.
How's that hard?
I'm not disagreeing with any of it. I'm just responding to what Coach T is saying. I'm not.
Yeah, but no. What I'm not. No. This has nothing to do with you. This has to do with the way that they're setting up these fights. Like Jake Paul is going about this the wrong way. Whoever the promoting, the people that he's advising him, how are we not doing this the right way?
because time is limited. As to your point, he started fighting professionally, quote unquote, late in life, right? For a fighter, so time is limited. And there's also the financial aspect of it. They're in this to make money, right? Yeah. So you got to get the biggest names possible that are willing to fight this guy. And by the way, his trainer is Theo Chambers, who is he came out of the Kronk Gym under Emmanuel Stewart. So he has a very legitimate trainer who he's been with for a couple of years now. He's been credited with refining Paul's technical skills and defensive movement during his recent winning streak. So obviously, again, we just got to keep it a buck. Like that was also Anthony Joshua, former heavyweight champion of the world. He's going to make a lot of guys look really bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the one thing he's trying not to get hit by him.
The fight should have been the two Paul brothers versus Anthony Joshua at the same time.
Yeah, but then Logan Paul would try to climb up on the top rope and
that's
jump
what I'm
off.
saying.
Flying drop kick.
It would have been crazy, bro. That would have made more sense.
Right.
Hit him with the Hadouken uppercut, bro, from the middle of the ring, bro.
Facts.
Hadouken.
All right. I'm gonna land my plane and I'm gonna let Steve call in and give his rant.
All right.
Like me and Steve talked about it this morning. Like, I think more than likely this the problem with the Jake Paul is you're in celebrity fighting entertainment and but you're putting the boxing tag on it, which is pissing off the traditional boxing world, which got them in the peer pressure of stepping in the ring with legitimate fighters to begin with. Now, you need to take a page from Vince McMahon. Like, he was smart enough to separate his company from combat sports. So he was able to thrive in his environment and do his own thing without the pressure of comparing it to combat sports, even though I know combat sports wasn't huge back then, but it was still around.
Sports entertainment.
I think Jake Paul should have pushed his product that way. I think he would not have been as much as. But I think he likes being hated because heat is heat. So, but this is my opinion. I could be wrong, but it's just my opinion. I think if he would have promoted it the way he started in celebrity world, still would have made us enough money because people would pay to go see 50 Cent knock out P Diddy or
King Combs, P Diddy Jr.
Okay, but Coach T. But here's the thing, though.
Will pay to see.
But here's the thing. Can we have some respect?
I'm gonna land my plane and I'm gonna get off. Then you can give your rebuttal. No, what I'm saying is that's what I think he should have did, and I think me and Steve was talking about it this morning, and we both came to an agreement that do what you're gonna do, but if you're gonna be a professional boxer, go be a professional boxer. If you want to be an entertainer, be an entertainer, but just what pissed people off was you tagged boxing in it, so now you're getting the backlash. Oh, you're not even fighting nobody, so how you gonna call yourself a pro fighter? And then that's peer pressure into getting to the step in the ring with Anthony Joshua's, and you see the result. He's not, even with the experience, he's not ready for that. So, will he fight another professional boxer again? I believe he will.
Yeah, he will.
Yeah, he will.
Because of his ego, he's gonna have to redeem himself. But I don't think he's ever gonna step in the ring with a heavyweight again.
All right. Appreciate the call, Coach.
I mean, he even stated it. He said, "I'm gonna go to cruiserweight."
Big mistake.
Right. All right. Appreciate the call, Coach T. I'm gonna go ahead and respond to this. All right, man. So the only thing I'll say, right? This almost sounds like when we talk about LeBron being in a lose-lose or no-win situation, because when Jake Paul came out and he's doing the celebrity thing, we're like, yo, what is this, right? Now we find out that Jake Paul is really taking boxing legitimately seriously, doing real training, real camps in a real boxing environment with real boxing people, real boxing trainers, etc. He's doing all of the work, like the work. It's just that he started late and he's not going to be able to catch up to these other high level fighters, right? But he's doing the work and he clearly loves it. So my thing is, where's the respect for that part of it? Again, I'm not trying to sit here caping up for Jake Paul, but I'm trying to be 100% objective on this thing. Where's the love for him actually taking it seriously? And again, having the heart and the courage to step in there with an Anthony Joshua and while getting beat badly, continuing to get up and try to compete.
So then legitimize it by putting yourself in some matches where you're actually fighting someone who is on your level. Let's level the playing field. Let's put all the extracurriculars to the side. Let's sprinkle in an annual legitimate fight.
Because
once a year.
Go ahead.
Yeah, just once a year. That's it.
You lose all of that love that you're requesting for him or appreciation that you're doing it for him when you go and you pull a 50-year-old Mike Tyson out of retirement to make a check.
Mm.
You lose all that.
60.
60. You
Yep.
lose it.
All right, there we
Right?
go.
You lose it when you go try to fight a Minnie Mouse Tank Davis.
Yeah.
And then you totally flip it and go
Mighty Mouse.
try to fight Anthony Joshua. Like, bro, you went from looking down to immediately looking up with your next two fights. How can we take that seriously? How can we give you a fair shake for that when you're not even picking the right people?
Mm-hmm.
You're picking the fights to make $1. You pick Mike Tyson to make $1. You pick Tank Davis to make $1. Then that canceled. You pick Anthony Joshua to make $1. All that appreciation and love that you're requesting goes out the door when you start making it a circus.
That's fair.
You know what I mean? He came in with the Hulk Hogan promotion and stuff like that, and what I'm gonna do, brother, and blah 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 blah. Then comes out to the Hulkamania song. Like, come on, man. It's
okay, but all right, and I got you, and you're 100% right on that point. But like, what's wrong with him coming out with the Hulk Hogan thing besides what we know about Hulk Hogan now? But we've always had exciting ring walks, and more so now than ever. I mean, remember all the stuff Prince Nassim used to do when he was
no. I'm talking before the fight, not that night of the fight. He was doing all that before the fight, in the interviews and stuff like that. I'm like bro, what is he doing?
I get it.
Yeah, when you know you're about to get physically destroyed. What Anthony Joshua say? When you got to look and stand in the face and you're looking up, and I look like a Greek god to you, that's when you know you messed up.
Is that what he told him?
That's after the fight. He's like, I know I look like a Greek god standing in front of you because you're looking up. It's like you see a big black man chiseled up, like, I'm much bigger than you, bro.
You guys want to hear something crazy?
What's that?
When Mike Tyson was born, the year he was born, top songs included Eleanor Rigby by the Beatles.
Damn.
The Beach Boys, Good Vibrations.
Good Vibrations. That's great.
The Mamas and the Papas, California Dreamin'.
Wow.
Okay. And then when Jake Paul was born,
1967 or something like that.
Yeah. And when Jake Paul was born, the number one songs were Something About the Way You Look Tonight, I'll Be Missing You by Diddy and them, Unbreak My Heart by Tony Braxton.
Unbreak my heart.
Spice Girls Wannabe was a hit.
Ooh, Wannabe. Hey.
I'm just saying, bro. Levels of separation, bro.
Spice Girls was lit, man.
Yes, sir. All right, let's go ahead. Let's get to this next topic before Sneed has to get out of here. Okay. All right, guys. Still early in the season. We're prior to the All-Star break, but one of the key topics that we love talking about when it comes to the NBA every year is what? The MVP race, right? And it looks like we are on pace for what could arguably be the closest MVP race of all time here. And excuse me, this one is kind of crazy because the stuff that we're seeing here is on a historical level. Obviously, you gotta it's historical in terms of we haven't seen a lot of what we're seeing with the production from the two players in the thumb, SGA and Joker. But that doesn't mean that you shouldn't look at it with context. I'm not going to get into the context now before I get accused of being an old head hater, blah, 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 but whatever. I'll just say we do need to look at those things with context. That said, what these guys are doing is incredible. And what brought this to my attention in terms of making this a topic today, I was listening to the Hoops Collective podcast the other day, and I had Brian Windhorst, Tim Bontemps, and Dave McMenamin, I think. And all these guys are, NBA national basketball writers for ESPN. And so I think it was Tim Bontemps. Every year, apparently, he does multiple straw polls for the NBA and MVP, the NBA MVP, prior to the award actually be giving out. And so, he talks to a lot of the voters and whatnot to kind of see where the wind is blowing on the MVP race at that point in the season. So what's interesting, I wanted to point this out. I didn't know that international basketball media gets NBA MVP votes now. I had no idea. So let's just take this into account because we keep hearing about how the international players are dominating the league, so on and so forth. now you're kind of getting, okay, wait a minute. You know, you got more you have international voters, so that's playing a role. And that's not to say the international players who are winning MVPs aren't great and haven't been great, but that's another piece of the pie that we might need to, you know, pay attention to when, you know, some people make arguments about, oh, this guy's got this many MVPs, that guy got that many MVPs. That could be playing a role. So before I get into the sound that we have from the podcast, let's start with you this time, Transformer. I think, before I do it, can we agree that the front runners are SGA and Jokic for the MVP?
Without a question. Without
Okay,
question.
cool,
Yeah.
cool. Good. Glad we agree on that. We don't agree on a lot, but glad we agree on that. So with that said, man, where are you kind of, if you had to cast your vote today, where would it go between these two? Because they're both doing amazing things.
SGA. Because now not only is he, you know, playing both sides of the ball, we both love that. I mean, he's scoring at a high clip, but it's also the pace at which they're winning. The pace at which they're winning. I mean, we gave Steph Curry the unanimous MVP vote because of this, right? So I mean, if they continue down this path of just recklessly, abandonedly destroying teams in their way, then you know, that's going to be more kudos to him because the narrative will be there, right? And then of course the defensive lovers are just going to, you know, golf all over the fact that they're top in defensive rating, period, right? They love defense. Well, you should love defense. Jokic, I mean, what he's doing, like, again, you know, triple-double as a center, you know, it's Westbrook watered that down so bad.
That's a great point.
That it's just like, okay, it doesn't hold the same value as it once did. When Westbrook first did, we're like, okay, right? Like, then the repetitiveness of it, and then we saw how he was doing it. It was like, okay, now the value of the triple-double is getting watered down. Now, granted, I mean, I still show Jokic, you know, the proper respect for it because he's a center doing it, right?
Yes. A point center.
A point center that's doing it. So, but yeah, man, I just think the narrative with, you know, OKC winning at a very high clip, how they're destroying opponents, the defensive rating, he's gonna finish he's probably gonna finish both first team All NBA and first team All Defense.
Okay,
that's your MVP. If Jokic is only getting first team All NBA and not first team All Defense, then obviously Shea should be your MVP.
Well, defense is not important, Transformer, but this is what I was told. But anyway,
go ahead, bro.
Sneak.
I'm not dealing with you.
What did I do? What did I do? Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. Jokic gets steals, so he plays defense. There you go. This is what I was told. I'm just, you know.
Go ahead, Sneak. Jesus Christ.
I mean, it's like tiers. It's the worth mentioning tier, which is like Cade, Brunson, Luka, Giannis, or whatever. I don't know about Giannis, but like, you know, it's just so bad in Milwaukee. But like, that's what the discussion has been. Yeah. So it's SGA and Luka, you know, or SGA and Joker. Yeah. The thing about this, so I want Joker to win it this year.
Interesting.
Personal bias. I want Joker to win it.
Tell me. And
the reason why I want Joker to win it is because I would like to see a back and forth in MVPs for like the next 3-4 years. Joker wins it, you know, a couple years ago. SGA wins it this last year. Joker wins it, SGA, you know, but it's those two clearly. So if they were to alternate MVPs and they continue to get to the Western Conference Finals and we get a rivalry out of this, I like
that. I like it,
you know, because I watch
creates what the NBA needs.
Because I saw what happened with the Lakers and the Celtics in the 80s with Magic and Larry. You know, when those guys were healthy, that was the NBA.
Yeah.
The identity of the league was carried by those two guys. So this NBA, you know, can be carried by these two guys. You know, and I was gonna say the franchises are not prominent NBA franchises.
Yeah, they're very small market teams.
The Nuggets have, you know, won the one finals with Joker as a all time of the existence of their franchise. Yeah. And the Oklahoma City Thunder, even with a star-studded 2010s, they never won it, and then they win it with SGA, and they're constructed to continue to win. This is a nice setup.
Yeah.
It's a nice, and it's both in the Western Conference, right? So you've got Western Conference gatekeeping, so the winner goes to the finals, essentially. You know, I think it's good.
Okay. So my guy Edward says I'm being sarcastic, and he says, and Jokic gets blocks if I want to be sarcastic. Are we talking about the 0.7 blocks per game that he gets? Are we talking about him being the only elite center in history that does not average 1 block per game for his
He's
career?
had 2 blocks in 5 games, Bruce. Move on.
So that tells you how bad his other games were in blocks, because he still doesn't average 1.
Yeah.
So no, I'm just saying
2 blocks in 5 games. We can move on. It's okay.
Right. So average is less than 1. So how many games does he have? 0 blocks? But yes, we
4 out of the 5. Yeah, 2 in the 1
terrible.
game.
Terrible. All right. Anyway, no, I don't. So this is what I'm gonna say. I don't want Jokic to win another one, and it's not because I have a problem with Jokic. It's because it's gonna fuel the further ridiculousness of where people want to put him among all-time great centers. That's why.
SGA averages more blocks than Jokic.
What does he average, like 1.1 or something?
No, 0.8.
0.8? Oh, he don't even average one.
But he's a guard. That's not supposed to happen.
Yeah, he's not challenging
happen.
shots at the rim. You know what I mean?
In his last 5 games, he's had 7 blocks in his last 5 games.
There you go.
That's
anyway. All right. So let's do this, y'all. Let's
mind you, SGA doesn't play a lot of fourth quarters.
Hey, Jokic is just a fun guy.
I'm just a fun guy.
Just a fun guy.
You got to get to know me.
Shout out to Alexander in the live chat. I've never heard anybody say that Joker's a better defender than SGA. Bro, that is news to me. I've never, dog. I'm gonna go back and watch some of the recent. Maybe it's this season, but I've been watching. I don't see that.
Yeah,
the thing is Joker can play defense. He clearly is choosing not to defend shots at the rim.
That's worse for me. That's worse.
No, I understand, but I'm just saying, like, so I can't deny the fact that the lack of effort or tenacity to defend the rim, the protector role, he doesn't embrace it. So it's disappointing. Well, like SGA is a point of attack defender.
Yes.
And like they're going through him to try to get their shots, you know?
Right. It's not just the shot blocking. I'm hypercritical of that because of, all the great bigs before him did that. And, that's just kind of one of those things. But it's not just that. Like, how often do you legitimately see him man up on other quality bigs? Not that there are that many, but you don't really see it.
Well, some of the so when I look at
Bruce,
when I look at like what a big has to do in this NBA in terms of defense, the lateral movement is the most important thing. These high screens that are up top at the where the offense kind of starts, it's a challenge for a lumbering heavy, a guy who's slow with limited lateral movement. It's very easy for them to get cooked. So I look at a guy like Bam Adebayo, watch him play pick and roll defense. It's beautiful, bro. Okay. And you look at a guy like Wemby and then a guy like Mobley, they compensate by being able to block a shot because of wingspan, right? It's the recovery. Yeah. So Joker doesn't really have that type of defense where he can recover. So if he gets cooked off rip, it looks bad, bro.
Well, same with Şengün, but the effort, this is what we keep talking about. That
Şengün is a much more lateral.
Athletic. Yeah.
He moves much better.
I don't think it's much more.
Than Joker?
No, I don't think it's much more. No.
What?
Do you not see Şengün sprint?
Bro, Bruce, what are we talking about here?
I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back and check this. And if I'm wrong, you know me. I'll come right here and say I was wrong. All right, let's go ahead and let's hear what they had to say on the Hoops Collective about this.
Joker, who I had second on the ballot. Let me put in perspective his season right now. He is averaging a career high 29.8 points per game. He's averaging a career high and league-leading 10.8 assists. He's leading the league with 12.4 rebounds, which is one of his career highs. It's tied for his third best. And the guy's shooting 61.3% from the floor, the second best in his career. So
So you're saying that averaging a 30-point triple-double, shooting 61% from the field is second place?
Well, and then if you want to talk about what Shea's doing, and I went with Shea simply because, look, if the Thunder are going to break the record for wins in the season with him having these kind of numbers, I'm going with the guy who's on the record-breaking team, right? But like Shea's numbers are just as insane. And again, Shea's having a better season this year than he did last year when he won the MVP. The scoring is right about even, 32.4 this season. The assists are even. The minutes are down though because they're just smoking everything.
Yeah, we made a big deal. We were kind of tracking a couple of years ago when Joel Embiid was averaging a point a minute. You remember that, Bontemps? And like he ended up getting hurt, but he was like the first guy since Chamberlain. And I don't expect this to keep up because for various reasons, but I'm sorry to cut you off, McMahon. Shea is averaging 32.4 points in 33 minutes. And he's essentially doing it.
Dude, Shea is shooting 56% from the floor as a guard. Best in his career by far. He's shooting by far the best in his career, 43.7.
That's
so dude, we're
just
talking
an
about
amazing number.
His numbers are 56, 44, 88. And he's averaging 32 and change with that kind of efficiency and, a significant playmaker, major contributor to a defense that is best in the league by a country mile.
Go ahead.
If they're going to win 72, 73, 75 games, I'm sorry, I'm going to vote with the guy whose team's having a historic
season. I don't think there's, you can't create a case against these guys.
They're both awesome. And I actually think though, and again, all this is obviously some educated guesswork, but I think this is a pretty good result for Nikola Jokic because in terms of whether he's going to win the award, because I think the Thunder, as I've said, have a very good chance to set the wins record and win over 70 games. I think if the Thunder win over 70 games, I see really no way that Gilgeous-Alexander doesn't win MVP because, as you said, McMahon, the tie's going to go to the guy with the all-time great team, you would think, when the numbers are this close. Yeah. If, though, the Thunder drop off at all and win 68 games, which is still awesome, but it's not 70 games, I would say this opening ballot shows that with the race this close, the tiebreaker probably is going to be how good are the Thunder. And so if the Thunder are over 70, they're one of the 3 teams to ever do that, I'd guess Shea wins the second straight MVP. If they win 68 again, it would not surprise me at all if Jokic wins MVP, at least as of today, because if it's that close now and the one guy's team is 24-2, then there's a lot of runway for the second place guy to catch up.
All right, let me do this and then we'll get back to that. Edward. You know what else this generation, especially of sports media, is really good for? Coming up with useless stats that don't matter. Okay, Jokic passed Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in career assists.
When did anybody ever care about Kareem's assists? When did anybody ever care about Kareem's assists? I never heard anybody mention.
Never been brought up, right? But,
especially since Magic was his point guard.
And Big O before that. Like how stupid is that stat? Come on, man. What does it matter?
That is crazy.
What does it matter?
That's not a good one.
Playing in a system specifically designed to get him
That's
numbers.
Not an Eddie thing. That's not an Eddie thing. That's a media thing. That's not an Eddie thing. That's not on him.
No, but see, Edward is typical of the fans in this generation who will jump on anything that the media throws out there, right? All these ridiculous little Bruce Hope was the first. Bruce Hope was the first player to ever score 13 points in 14 seconds on a Tuesday in December. Like they come up with all
Bruce Hope. Bruce Hope is number 2 in 5-point games of all time.
Right. Oh, man, what are we doing? What are we doing? Come on, man.
Played 25 seasons, averaging 5 points a game.
5 points a game. Never got less than 5.
Never got more than 5.
Right. No, and
first player ever to average only 5.
Coach T, this is a great point. Joker is that guard dog that runs and hides and lets your house get robbed, yet you glaze triple doubles. That's a great point. The triple double is making you guys go nuts.
You're not. That's not framing it properly either, bro. Come on, man. Why are we like with all this noise, bro? Let's focus on the signal. Let's reduce the noise down a little bit.
Reduce the noise.
All right, so let's get back to what those guys were saying on the Hoops Collective. Where are we with
still trying to figure
an incredible season by the Joker, an incredible offensive season by the Joker, and an incredible complete season by SGA, which is leading to a possibly record-breaking season for the Oklahoma City Thunder. And he's doing both on both sides of the floor. And for a guard, he's just putting up insane numbers. Like Jokic is putting up insane numbers for a center offensively. Where are we with that? Sneed, you first. Transform, you started last time.
I mean, how much does the outcome of the season matter? I mean, the Thunder are going to probably finish first in the West.
I can see it.
And the Nuggets are probably going to finish second or third in the West. The degree of separation between team achievement is substantial because I think the formula of how the Thunder win is just defensively they're so good, and then offensively they're pretty good. So that's a formula for winning a lot of regular season games. I would love nothing more than to have the MVP voting after the Western Conference Finals.
I would love that as well.
Because then I think you have a matchup against these two guys matched up against each other. And then maybe we could do something with that. That's really my only thing that I wish we had. But and I mean, this is going to be the same way it played out last year. The Thunder were cruising to first place. And the Nuggets had a tumultuous ending of the season, but we knew they were going to end up, a top 4 seed. It's not going to change, bro. I mean, if anything, I'll look at this. When it comes to usage between these two players, SGA is number 3 in usage. Joker is actually number 13.
Yeah, he's low. I was surprised.
So Joker is actually doing more per touch than SGA is.
That's a great point.
What I think, so, like, you want to talk about efficiency, like that entire side of the ball for Joker, he's just a unique player, right? In terms of knowing where to distribute, when, the timing, how to get his teammates involved, and how to do, scoring on his own. And I know the box plus minus whatever that stat is, it's like Joker, it's like astronomical. I'm not here to disrespect SGA, but Joker continues to have better seasons. And last year was great, and he didn't get the MVP, and he's having a better season this year. And SGA might have a better year this year than last year too. I don't know. I was
about to say we could argue that as well.
Yeah, I wish these guys could play in a series head-to-head before we got the vote.
Right, before we get the vote. Okay, Transformer, where are you, man?
Man, it's SGA by a mile. It should be SGA by a mile.
Damn.
You hear that, Edward?
What
your brother said SGA by a mile. I want to hear you go at him with the quote unquote.
When your team is dominant on both sides of the ball, and you're setting records, and you're doing career highs, that's what I'm looking at. Both sides of the basketball are being dominated with SGA on the floor. They can literally they dominate so good that they take this man out of fourth quarters because the game is out of reach. That's how dominant this team is with SGA, right? The man is like they said, averaging a point per minute at a high clip, 43% from 3, 55% from the field, like 88% from the free throw line.
Yeah.
He averages more blocks than Jokic. That shows you how great he's freaking defending, man. And he's a guard. He's not supposed to be doing that.
He's a good defender.
He's a great on-ball defender, right? His team literally challenges each other and has betting games on who has the most steals. They make it a challenge. They want to clamp you up. They want to gun for the ball. They want to ball hawk, right? To me, the triple-double, it's watered down. Sorry, Jokic, it's watered down. Thank Westbrook, your old teammate. Thank him. Thank him for that. Right. That's not our fault that he watered it down and wanted to make that the highlight to his Hall of Fame career. Bravo, Westbrook, but Jokic, it doesn't weigh as much as it used to. If you would have did this 10 years ago, you would have been, without a doubt MVP. Yeah. Without a doubt. But sadly, that the triple-double has been watered down, and SGA is balling at a different level at a very, very high clip. The man could be first team all defense, first team all NBA, scoring champ.
He can't get first team defense, man. It's too hard. The guys there are just crazy good, and they're not asked to do all the offensive things from their team. That's going to be hard, bro.
But he could.
He can't even make an All-NBA second team, bro.
But he could.
he's good. It's worthy of mentioning his defense, but you got guys on his team that are better defenders than him, which, like, it's just the realization.
Like Lou Dort. But Jalen Williams, I think, missed too many games.
No, I'm just talking about, like, from a defensive standpoint. He's probably the 4th best defender on his team.
Yeah.
Some people say 5th, but he's still a good defender. But getting on an all-NBA defensive team, there's 2. And most of the guys that make all-NBA defense are basically asked to defend, and everything else is icing.
I'm just saying, my thing is that he could. Like, when the voting comes out, I'm pretty sure SGA is going to have votes on it.
Average like 3 steals a game. It'd have to be some kind of a statistic that would, like, support it, because, like, there's so many guys that's what they do. Jalen Johnson and stuff like these guys. That's just their calling card. I don't know. It's going to be hard.
So Steve in the chat says we're glazing SGA's defense like his team isn't loaded with perimeter defenders. It is. But the fact that his team is loaded with perimeter defenders, wouldn't that make it easier for him to loaf on defense? But he doesn't. It's not about glazing SGA's defense. No one's calling him the glove or prime Michael Jordan or Joe Dumars. Nobody's saying that. What they're saying is you see him playing defense at a high level while still being one of the best offensive players in the game. That's what we're saying, Steve. It's not about glazing his defense.
Yeah.
No one's telling Disneyland fairy tales about SGA's defense.
We're giving you the actual numbers. I mean, the man is outpacing the one that y'all trying to defend, who should be doing what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
The blocks, that should be a center thing.
Mm-hmm.
So we appreciate you, Sneed. Sneed has to go watch Yasmin put balls in the basket.
Yes.
Right?
Shout out, young sister.
Yes.
Shout out.
Go out there and destroy. Seek and destroy. What's that? Some Call of Duty? Seek and destroy.
I guess so. Do you have anything else you want to add to the SGA Jokic topic, or you want to take some calls on this?
I mean, this is going to be a topic for the remainder of the season. I mean, both of these guys are runaway top of the game. But again, if they get like he said, if they get 70 games, it's automatic. It's going to be automatically SGA.
I think so. I think so.
Yeah.
Unless, of course, the triple-double continues to blind people. So, but all right, let's go ahead and you ready to take some calls, man?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's get it.
Oh, I forgot we moved this around.
Yeah, my bad. Move it back. All right, y'all know the number 904-219-8264, 904-219-8264. Give us a call. Give us your thoughts on the SGA versus Jokic MVP debate. And again, obviously, we're fully aware that it's still very early in the season. We haven't even hit the All-Star break yet. But it's a fun topic to discuss, being as we're seeing guys just playing at historical levels. And so, that's one of those things. That's always a running storyline throughout the course of seasons. We did it for the NFL early. Remember when we were talking about Baker and Jonathan Taylor and all that? And now we're doing it for SGA and the Joker. So we would love to hear you guys' thoughts on this MVP race, because whether you think it's either one of those, I think we can all agree that those are the two lead dogs in this race. However, it ends up playing out. So let's hear it. Yeah, that's correct. Be ready, Sports Cats. That's correct, Coach D. If we agree that someone who is only dominant on one side of the ball is the MVP over someone who doesn't, we are haters. Yes, apparently so.
Yeah.
Okay, Steve says it's way too early, but if we had to vote now, we have to vote SGA. I agree.
I agree with that.
Damn, how'd that happen?
The man is balling.
Yeah, he certainly is.
The man is balling. 43% from 3 is crazy.
Right? You don't expect that from him. 36 is solid around league average, but yeah, 43, man. But you know what that is too? The crazy part, he's not even doing that on volume.
No.
He's doing that like just taking,
five attempts a game. That's less than what he had last year.
Yeah. No, assists are a point guard thing, Samuel Bello. Absolutely. Well, they were. I don't know. There don't seem to be nearly as many point guards in today's game getting a high level of assists. They need to start counting hockey assists in basketball, real talk.
Yeah.
Because everything is always, make the extra pass. You don't as often. You don't as often see one guy, completely running the offense and making all the decisions as much. So you get, you do get more ball movement, more passes statistically. Shout out to World Breaker. So yeah, in this area you see more of that. So it's harder for one guy to really dominate the assist. And here we go. This is what I was waiting for. You know what? You gonna take this, man?
Oh, why do I gotta take it? Pause.
Nah, you are. Nah, hold on. First of all, good morning. Let me say that, and let me make this very crystal clear for you, Mr. Bruce, B Hope, Format Podcaster.
Damn.
I'm gonna say this here. For you, Mr. Jefferson, that's in the chat. We'll say this here.
Why you?
With the record, hold on. With the record that the Oklahoma City Thunder is having, I said this when Mrs. Bieber was on the channel. I said, and I quote, if SGA and Oklahoma have this, they have beaten the Golden State Warriors record, he should be a unanimous MVP. And you said you would not be mad if somebody gave Joker a vote. Did you or did you not say that?
Of course I said that. What he's doing
deserves
votes.
then. Okay. So don't act like I did not say that SGA should
No. You're being disingenuous. I know you're being disingenuous. Don't make me mute you. Don't make me mute you.
Hold on.
You know, and I know you're being disingenuous because what happens is this. If I don't glaze Jokic the way you want me to, you tell me that I'm being disrespectful. So I want you to have the same energy for your brother here. Go ahead. Tell him he's being disrespectful because he's not glazing Jokic. Tell him. The disrespect is going to stop. The disrespect is going to stop. Yeah. There you go.
Again, I said SGA right now. Hey, it's in his favor right now. It's in his favor. I said it, and as much as I show support for the Joker, I'm not gonna say I'm glazing or pouring honey on my belly and tummy.
Oh,
I said right now should be SGA. Man, damn that Paul, you know what I'm saying, right? Fine, man. This society is so screwed up right now.
Yeah, people saying stuff like that. Go ahead.
Blame New York though. Blame New York.
Bad crazy. No, it's just bad crazy. We already got stuff going on in New York. I would not say it on this platform. But let's keep going. Number 3, it should be K. My 3 should be K. Cut the hell. Then of course it's Luka right there. So those are my top 4 right there. But right now it's SGA all the way.
Is that my kitchen? Who's it?
Nah, it's over here.
Oh, okay. I'm like, damn, I'm hearing it too. I'm like, but I don't think nobody's here.
Nah.
I said, I want to say I'm by myself in the house. I like that list, man. I like that list. I'll definitely put Cade at 3. Luka at 4. Yeah.
I did have Donovan Mitchell 5, but right now the Cleveland Cavaliers, they rank 8th now in the East. And I don't know what's going on with Evan Mobley. He's showing me he's being the softest defensive player of the year award player. He's being very soft. And Jared Allen, I don't know what's going on with those guys over there.
They just want to beat Lakers. That's all. They probably just want to come over to the Lakers.
Hey, hopefully y'all get Herbert Jones, man. Hopefully y'all, because I heard he was on the trade block for y'all.
From New Orleans? Herb Jones?
Yeah.
What did you call him?
Herbert.
Herb Jones.
Yeah. Herb. Yeah.
Herb Jones. Yeah. I mean, they'll be just trading like a Bando piece. But go ahead.
Edward, are you going to tell Transformer the disrespect is going to stop? I need to hear you say it before you leave.
What did he say was disrespectful?
Oh, you know the same thing I be saying, but when I say it, you say the disrespect going to stop.
But wait a minute. I ain't never said he ain't say nothing that was disrespectful. So why you?
He said the same thing I say. He's not glazing. He's not glazing, so that's disrespectful to you. Go ahead, say it. Say it. Go ahead, say it. Say it. Tell him the disrespect going to stop. Say it.
He didn't say that disrespectful. What did he say that was disrespectful, Bruce?
Ask yourself that next time I'm talking about Jokic. Bye. Thank you for the call,
Brian,
sir.
Be you, bro.
Yeah. Water.
Be you, water.
Edward is my guy. Edward is my guy, man. Whew. Entertaining caller. We'll take one or two more, man. Samuel says, I love this because it shows how dominant Jokic is, that only Shea can actually sniff the award, as the only way Shea can actually sniff this award is his team is historically great. Really?
How was that the only way?
Yeah,
It'd be in the conversation without it.
That's clearly a Joker fan. So
Luka is in the race.
Thank you. Giannis, well, he may not.
He's not going to be able to
miss too many games. Right,
Yeah,
right. Because what he's doing is crazy too. He's just not averaging a triple double, so you know how that goes.
Yeah,
but yeah, what he's doing is nuts. Yeah, that's all right. We got any other callers on this?
I mean, Luka is in the race. Pay attention, Samuel. Hello, Bello. Come on, man.
Nah, Luka's in the race.
He's in the race.
Now, will he win? Unlikely, but we can't act like he's not.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. What do you mean being in the race? People are such idiots, man. Why do I respond to idiots? Go ahead, Bruce. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna stop responding.
What? So 34-8-8 on a team that's we're the Lakers second or third in the West, right?
We're fourth now. We keep bouncing back and forth between Denver and the Rockets.
Yeah. Still, so right there in the thick of the playoff hunt, putting up crazy numbers. And
yeah.
Okay. All right.
I don't know.
Yeah, he's not in the race though. That's not.
He's not in the race.
You know, I hate the Lakers, but no, he's not in the race.
He's not in the race.
Laker Nation, what up? Coach T, my bad. What you got, bro? Coach T.
Hello?
There we go.
There you go.
Come on, man.
Man, what the hell is going on, man?
I don't know, man. You got that Miami mobile or something. I don't know, man.
Man, you over here trying to censor me or something?
Nah,
Every
man.
time
What you got, bro?
3 calls come here and getting dead spots.
I don't know what to tell you. What's up?
Man, I'm trying to clear my name with somebody who doesn't have the respect for me to even say my name. He wants to call me somebody else. So I'm gonna call him Mr. Coming to America because he sounds like Eddie Murphy from that movie.
Okay, well, go ahead.
No, look, let me clear this up so you can understand. I'm a basketball coach. I'm all for, I love the fact that,
he whipping up some eggs
on the offensive side.
Yes.
Getting assists and all that, that is wonderful for the sport. However, I am not, and I will never will take someone who's only dominant on one side of the ball. When in basketball, you play both sides, and claim him to be the most valuable player in the league when there's somebody else who's playing phenomenal on both sides. I am not going to put that player over him. I don't care how phenomenal his triple-doubles are. That goes for anybody that doesn't play defense. I would say the same thing if Luka was in first place. Is not being biased on Jokic or hating him. I'm not going to put him over, especially when he's a center, when he's historically averaging the lowest blocks per game than any center that won an MVP award. When his rebound totals are average compared to the greats in the past that have won that award at his position. I'm not going to do it, and I refuse to do it. You can call me whatever you want. I'll be a hater. How just be somebody that has common sense. This is not bashing Jokic. This is how I look at it. I will take SGA or any other player that plays both sides of the ball consistently over him.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
I'll add a little bit of that. Add a little bit to that. What is Jokic doing differently than he did last year? He averaged a triple-double last year, didn't he? Did he
I'm
not?
checking. Hold on. I'm checking right now.
Yes, he did.
I'm not in front of my computer right now.
Yeah, he did. He averaged a triple-double last year.
I think he did. It's kind of similar to what he did last year. I think his numbers this year are a little bit better because he's averaging more points.
No,
I think his numbers are a little bit better this year.
He's averaging less than he did last year. He had 29.6 last year. He's at 29.4 right now.
Also, less rebounds, 12.7, 12.1. I mean, it's roughly the same, but I
numbers are relatively the same. Yeah,
you're actually making a good point to here, Transformer. You're saying, okay, if we're saying definitively he should be the MVP, what is you're asking, like, what is separating him based on the fact that he's doing what we saw last year? That's
fair.
Yeah.
I mean,
that like SGA has like he's doing better than last year. His numbers are skyrocketing from last year, and his team is like having major success. So that I mean, to me, that should be clear. Like, you know, when you talk about most valuable,
with his and with his best second option out for the majority
of it, yeah, because we came back like 5-6 games ago.
Yeah. That's a great point, Coach T. I forgot about that one.
But we got to. And also, what I want to say is also you want to bring up this man to us. We're in December, going on Christmas break, and this was what, his third loss of the season.
Third, yeah, against Minnesota.
And you want to condemn him because they lost to Minnesota. It's their third loss of the season, and we're almost at the end of the year. Like, come on now, are we being serious? We can't be. We can't be that. We can't be that serious.
I'm trying to look at the difference.
I mean, They haven't. This is what their longest losing streak of the season.
What, the one game?
Right.
Losing streak of the season.
They've lost
time for the
right. They've lost 2 games this year. So yes, that's the longest losing streak.
This is the longest losing streak from their last loss to this one. This is their longest losing streak from their last one. I think their last loss was, to San Antonio in the play-in semifinals, right?
Yeah.
And then Minnesota last night.
Yeah.
So this is their longest losing streak of the season. They haven't even lost 2 straight this year. But we want to condemn him because they lost to Minnesota. How many? We can go tit for tat. How many bad losses did Jokic have this year? I'm just not going to do that because that's stupid.
So let me
that don't make any sense to go tit for tat like that.
Right. Let me pause you here, Coach T. In fairness, Samuel Bello does make a great point that Jokic is doing what he's doing on a lower usage rate, and that is very impressive. That is no question about it. Nobody's intentionally removing context. It was just forgotten, right? So I'm giving you credit, Samuel Bello, as well as giving Jokic credit. That is phenomenal to see what he's doing on not even a top 10 usage rate. So kudos to him for that. Still doesn't change the fact that he does what he does on one side of the ball. And it doesn't matter what the analytics say when you watch him play, and I know you do because the way you talk, that means I know you watch him play. They hide this guy on defense. There's a lot of defensive possessions where he just stands and watches. And that, in my estimation, that's not MVP worthy.
You know what, Bruce? That is a fair point, but, I'm going to ignore it because they have the audacity to ignore the common sense that what we're making, that he's not doing. He is the total opposite on defense than he is on offense. Even if he was halfway decent on defense than he is on offense, he would hands down be the greatest player in the league every freaking year.
No question.
But he's not even half. But since they refuse to acknowledge that, he made a valid point, but I'm not even going to acknowledge it because you're not man enough to acknowledge that he is a liability on defense, no matter what he does on offense. It cancels it out.
No.
If we want to get
that's fair, but we do have to acknowledge a point is a point, whether we want to agree with it or not. I can acknowledge it. You don't have to, but I can. Hey, by the way, Samuel, we would love to hear you call in, man. You're making some great points in the chat. We'd love to hear from you if you're, if you can. But Coach T, man, I appreciate you. You wanna land your plane?
Oh, planes landed. That's all I wanted to call in.
The planes landed.
Because Mr. Coming to America called me out. But he didn't call me out by name. He called me out because, my receding hairline. So
hey, we all got him, man.
Him out.
Just join the crew.
I thought I was gonna. So I want to tell him I can go tip the tat. Since he sounds like Eddie Murphy and Coming to America. He's gonna be Coming to America for now.
Okay, all right.
Shout out to Ed Dog. It's still my dog.
Always, man. Edward is that guy, man. That's my brother right there. Well, yeah. It's not my brother, but you know,
it's my brother. But
right,
we all
brothers. His brother, but we all brothers, though.
Yeah,
no doubt.
Yes,
no
I'm
doubt.
waiting for the last topic. Got a lot to say on that one.
Oh, can't wait. We will be calling it. We will be getting to that momentarily. All right, appreciate the call, Coach T.
Sure.
Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
I do want to add, since we're adding context here.
Sure.
Nikola Jokic and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander are top 10 in offensive rating. Only Shai is top 10 in defensive rating, as also number 1 in net rating. Jokic is not on either one of those lists.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You would think Jokic would be in the top 10 on net rating. You would think so.
Nope. He's not in the top 10. But Shai is top 10 defensive rating, top 10 offensive rating, and number 1 net rating. Okay. So that adds to more value that player has on his team. To me, because most valuable player, we got to think about the value of the player, right? So,
I don't see how it can't.
Just threw that out there.
No, that's a great point. I like that.
Mm-hmm. We're adding things. So context.
Right. Context for sure.
Context. Both sides.
Both sides.
Both sides. I can hurt you both ways.
Oh man.
Tony. What's that?
Oh man.
Ooh-wee.
Yeah, man.
I want some.
Yo.
Hey, all of a sudden, when Tony called in, I just heard. I'm like, oh boy, somebody whipping up some eggs. That got to be some eggs.
You're whipping the pot.
Whipping that pot up. You go, girl. You were killing it. I'm like, that wrist motion was moving, boy.
Right?
I'm pretty sure the hair was flowing too. It's just...
man, listen. Micah, what up, Micah? What's good, brother?
Micah.
Yeah, man, it was fun, man. We appreciate you checking that out. It was a lot of fun.
Absolutely, man. Bruce killed it, y'all. Brute, man. And I meant to give you this call you right after, but it was late. And I ended up watching the boxing fight.
Yeah, it was too.
Yeah. I was I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna put these in words.
Okay.
I know you're a journalist.
Mm-hmm.
Your journalism hat was in full flex mode throughout the entire debate. I'm like, yo, this man Bruce really be doing this, man.
I appreciate it, man.
I'm like, I got passion. I look at Robin, the passion, the educational part of what he was bringing. And shout out to, I almost called him Beast Mode. Not Young Disciple, World Breaker.
Yeah,
World Breaker.
Yeah, man.
He was hanging in there.
Yeah.
But I was like, yo, Bruce is
front.
Tit for tat. Just, I'm like, dang, man.
I have this argument a lot. I do my training with your brother. So I was ready for it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I got to go in the wax museum and hang out in there for a couple hours,
Yeah. Whoa, Mike. I had both. I had passion and facts.
He definitely had both.
I had both.
And you know what? It's funny. When you was going off, I was like, oh, this dude really was in the choir. Preaching.
Hey, they was in the comments like, bro, this man Transformer should be a preacher.
Yeah, he's going. Yeah. We rep for the format. That's what I really want to do, honestly. It wasn't about winning or losing for me. It was about us going in there repping for the Format Podcast.
It was fun, bro. That was legit, just fun, bro. Yeah, it was.
Mm-hmm.
It was. Y'all did start going ham on World Breaker for like 10 straight minutes. I'm over here just like, damn, man, I'm over here watching the ticker. I'm like, bro, these folks is literally just dissect. And I'm like, bro, the moment I saw 2020s on there, I'm like, Oh, bro, whoever got that, he's gonna unleash
You already knew
on that, bro. I'm like,
what it was gonna be.
I knew he was gonna get cooked, but I'm like, at points of time, I wanted to interject, like, hey, yo, all right, yo.
Yeah, you was trying to save him.
Come on, man. Ain't no y'all, hey, disciple. It wasn't no triple team world breaker. All right. That was a double team. I was like the special referee.
It wasn't even we were just responding to what he was saying. And it was, think about it, right? Less the 2000s, but more so the 90s and the 80s. Or if you're repping for the modern era, the 2000s are closer to that, right?
Yeah.
Especially from since like 2006, 7 seconds or less suns going forward.
Yeah.
So when you have that, you're gonna be less in attack mode on the 2000s. Now, if you repping for this current era, you're gonna be trying to go in on the 80s and 90s, right?
Yeah.
So when he going in on the 80s, of course, sports and fitness fans gonna respond. When he going on the 90s, of course, I'm gonna respond. You know, when I'm locked in the wax museum, I got nothing to do but read. Right? Shout out my man Edward, you know. you know, they made me a cot in the back room in the wax museum, man. That's sometimes, man. Yeah. They put out a cot in the back, and I'm in there chilling with books.
Oh man.
But no,
I'm shocked that he didn't bring up the COVID season. No, because we gave him 2015.
Yeah,
I'm surprised he didn't bring up the COVID season. Yeah.
Whoa.
I probably use that.
Hold on, y'all. We got an incoming call from Nigeria. Let's check this out.
Micah?
Thank you for calling the Format Podcast. Who's this?
This is Samuel Bello.
What's going on, brother? How you doing? Thank you for calling in from Nigeria. What's going on?
Yeah, I'm fine. So there's a lot of things I want to clear from our conversation because it seems like SGA, I understand he's a wonderful player, so it's not a case of I'm bringing him down.
Hold on, brother. Hold on. You're a little bit muffled.
Yeah.
So we really want to hear what you have to say. Maybe you come closer to the phone or whatever.
Yeah, can you hear me better?
Yes, yeah, that's a little better. Thank you.
Yes, so for this conversation between SGA and Jokic, the one thing I would say we stress on Jokic's defense, which I agree is average at best.
Okay.
So I'm not going to say that it's a good argument about that. I would say that in terms of, for me, SGA is a very top player, one of the best point guards ever. But I would say that obviously his team construction gives him one of the best chances to be as great as he is. When the other, I'm sorry I forgot the other person's name, but when he talks about all defense teams, he's not sniffing. You can't. You're the key to best defender on your team, your own team. And I think there's no one that could argue that. So I don't think that is a valid argument for Shea. And again, for the thing about net rating and all, when Gordon and Brown, who are their best perimeter defenders, were in, he was in those systems. They have been out for over a month, and yet the defense has gotten worse. But again, for me, I always put in context. I'm not here to argue that he's a good defender. He's average.
Okay, no, I hear what you're saying, and I appreciate that feedback. And if it sounds like we are, going extra hard on Jokic or trying to be disrespectful to him or whatever, that's not the case. I think we're just talking about when it comes to two guys that are so close in what they're doing and how great they're playing right now for an award like the MVP, then you have to nitpick and you have to try and find different things that you can use to separate one from the other. And I think that's kind of what's taking place here.
Yeah, that's it. No, that's it. Although what I'll say is that to me it's a bit particular that if they are the same record, I believe all three of us know that Jokic will win the award. If they are on the same team record.
Yeah. I think I can. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. So that's why I feel that for me, it's more of a team performance this team because they are putting up historical numbers.
Mm-hmm.
No one is going and for the comments I made about Luka, what I mean is that everyone, even the journalists, the people who are going to vote, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everyone knows between Shea and Jokic. You may be on the list, right? But you are not in. I don't know if you get what I mean. When you can be on the list of 3, but you are never close to their work. I don't know if you understand. I mean, when I mean he's not in consideration. It doesn't mean that he's not going to maybe end up third.
I get what you're saying. I didn't realize that was you that made that comment, but I kind of get what you're saying when you say that if you're third out of 5, you're not in consideration. I think you can be. I just think in this particular season, the first 2 are kind of really far ahead of the rest of the bunch, and they're very close together.
Giannis was very good last season, but he was not even in the conversation. Even though he came in third and he deserved it, obviously, but to win it was not even. I think no one here was arguing that seriously last season that so Giannis over Jokic or shit. That's what I'm. But I think I enjoyed the podcast and.
Man, thank you so much. I appreciate it, man. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe to the channel. We got tons of content, man, and I look forward to hearing from you again. We want to make sure that we can hear you properly. So just, when you call in, just try to make sure you have a clear connection for us as best you can. Because we are very thankful that, you're calling in. Hey, make sure you're sharing the show, brother. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
All right, brother. Have a good one. Okay, man. Caller from Nigeria. That was love. Thank you so much, man. Hey, you see this? We going global, Transformer. We got.
Hey, man. We had Germany. We had Australia.
Yeah, that's right. Ireland. Yeah.
Ireland. Yeah.
That's right, man. That's love. Man. That made me feel pretty good there. All right, let's go ahead and let's get to the final topic, and that is the college football playoff. A lot of us here are great, big college football fans, and so this is obviously something that we need to discuss. We are, down to the end of the season there in terms of deciding who will be the national champion. We have a 12-team tournament, and well, some of those teams are gone already. Mike,
what happened?
Nah, Micah had a quick question. He says, quick question, do you all count the 2020 ring as a real ring? You have to, but the only thing I'll say is all championships aren't equal. You know what I mean? So, yes, it's a real championship. I'm not going to take a shot at the Lakers and say that it's not, but to me, it's not the same as some other ones. And I'll leave it at that. All right. So let's go college football playoff. Transformer, do you have an opportunity to watch any of these games yesterday?
I saw the Texas A&M and Miami game.
Okay, so let's start.
I didn't see the ass whooping that Ole Miss put on Tulane that we all expected.
or the A whooping that Oregon put on JMU, but we'll get there.
Yeah, I didn't see those. Okay,
so here we go. First game, as you mentioned, the A&M Miami game, which, as a guy who is a Ravens fan, I got to tell you, I really enjoyed that game, man. I really enjoyed it because the defense was crazy. We saw a 10-7 game, Miami over A&M. And not coincidentally, I suppose, but I obviously had some, not necessarily rooting interest, but interest in this game to see how it played out based on these are the two teams that Notre Dame lost to, or I should say beat Notre Dame early in the season to put Notre Dame in the 0-2 hole and basically
eliminate them.
Yeah, eliminate them. That's right.
Yeah.
So I wanted to see, how this one would play out. And it was very interesting. Again, 2 elite defensive performances, not really huge numbers on either side. Of course, what do we always talk about? Turnovers will make the difference.
They will kill you.
Right. Turning the football over and running the ball. And we saw one hell of a game from Miami running back Mark Fletcher Jr., man.
Yes, he
Shout
did.
outs to him. 17 carries for $172. I think 90+ yards in the fourth quarter. That to me, that was big. That's what we call clutch, right?
That 56-yarder in that at the end was so clutch.
So
clutch, right? So you had Malachi Tony that fumbled the possession before. And Fletcher was the one talking to Malachi like, yo, we going to need you.
Yes.
I'm gonna like motivating them on the sideline.
Yeah.
And that shows true leadership.
Yes.
That the very next possession, he comes in, 56-yard run, get it all the way down there to the red zone. A couple of big runs after that. But the cherry on top was Malachi Tony, the sweep, getting in the end zone and finally getting that off his back. Like, damn, I thought we was about to lose the game because of me.
Yeah.
And boom.
So
Fletcher told me, hey, stay locked in. I need you.
I need you.
Yeah.
We need you. That's right.
We need you. Yeah.
So let me ask you this, Transformer. All right. And if you want, you can get into the game a little more after this, more of the details. But my question is this. When I saw Malachi Tony score that touchdown, and he's a true freshman, would you rather, because it was inside the 2-minute mark, would you rather him have gone down at the 1 and then Miami kneels that thing down a couple times and kicks the winning field goal, don't give A&M any time, or go ahead and run it in?
Absolutely not, because that kicker was awful all night.
From where they were, though,
awful all night.
Even if the kicker misses, A&M has to go the length of the field and try to score.
Take the points. They have already been awful to come by.
That's true.
They have been terribly. The game was 0-0 at the halftime.
Defense.
Like it was such a defensive matchup between those two guys.
Yeah.
If I'm Malachi, get in the end zone and trust that my defense can do what they've been doing all game.
That's a great point.
Keep him out of the end zone. That's all I got to do is keep him out of the end zone.
It's just a lot of times you see where they say in that situation, go ahead, stop it at the 1, use that time, and then punch it in. And I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying this is something that we've seen coached on the pro level as well as the college level in situations similar to this.
Yeah, now, but like in situations like that, and like I said, I clearly understand what you're trying to say. But mistakes happen.
That's true.
Mistakes happen. So what if he goes down at the 1, right? And then all of a sudden there's a false start. There's a holding penalty, and that's setting you back. And realize that this kick, I think he was like 1 for 4 at this point, at that point of the game. Yeah, it was like he was just missing them, right?
True.
So
and he had 1 blocked. So
exactly.
Who knows?
Exactly. So you don't want to. I don't want to leave that up to chance, man. Get in the end zone, and I'll trust that my defense can do what they've been doing all game, and they did. They ended up with the pick. Yeah. So
for sure.
Put my defense back out there.
Yeah, that was a super entertaining game. If you like defense and kind of old school football, so that was good, man. They ran it. They played defense on both sides. A&M wasn't able to really get the run game cranked up at all. They had 35 carries for 89 yards. So, again, Miami run the ball, stop the run. We keep talking about it. It's that simple. Carson Beck, very pedestrian game, can we say? 14 of 20 for 103 and 1 touchdown. So, not super impressive. Marcel Reed, 25 for 39 for 237, but the 2 picks costly, right? And obviously the pick to end the game. So, that's not going to help a whole lot either, man. But both defenses played fantastic ball. Miami gets out of there with the win. But guess what? I think it's over for them because they got an angry Buckeyes team next week.
Ooh, boy. Yes, they do.
Now, don't get me wrong. Clearly, Miami can do it in the trenches, but they haven't seen a defense like this.
Yeah, and they're already favored by 10.
Oh,
they got Ohio State favored by 10.
Yo, you know what Joel Klatt calls Ohio State when they mad? He calls them the Death Star Supernova.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that's tough. No, that's tough.
Imagine if they go off the way they went off in the playoffs last year after they got beat by Michigan, right? On the way in.
Man, and then the way Carson Beck just played like such a bad game against Texas A&M's defense. What you think Ohio State defense finna do to him?
Go and get this guy a whole hell of a lot of problems.
Like, go get the ball. Go get the ball.
Yeah.
And for Mendoza, show why you MVP.
Heisman. That's right.
Show why you're Heisman trophy.
That's right. So we're about to get to that one now.
We're coming with bad intentions.
Yeah. And realistically, we should have done this the way we do the NFL and started with Friday night. So Friday night we saw Alabama go into Oklahoma, and that's when we were on with Man Down Sports.
Correct.
Go into Oklahoma and beat them, this was a crazy game, right? Because, you and I, we were talking about it, and freaking OU goes up 17-0. Brent Venables, one of the best defensive coaches in America. Somehow he and his team lets Alabama charge back and score 27 straight to beat Oklahoma. So they're up 27-17 now. Obviously, Oklahoma gets another touchdown, and then Alabama gets another touchdown. And Bama goes in and wins by 10. Now, that said, I'm not the guy that changes what I think about who should be in and who shouldn't based on the results once they get in. The fact is this, Alabama still did not deserve to be in the playoff. First team ever with 3 losses to get in a playoff in college, as well as they got beat in their conference championship game, much like BYU, but BYU is somehow out. Alabama is not, whatever. So I still don't believe they deserve to be there. However, they so far have made the most of their opportunity. And they went into Oklahoma. They beat them. Second half of that game, they looked real good, man. They looked real good. So, yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I mean, they turned defense and offense, right? That pick 6 is what, kind of jolted them back. Like, okay, like let's get it. Then the what was it? Was it a block kick return? I think it was a block punt. I think they blocked the punt and fielded in good position to come down there and score again. So defense, special teams, they got locked in. They got really locked in. And like I said, I mean, me and you was watching it, kind of like while also trying to debate each other.
Right.
Like I'm over here looking at the side, like, God dang.
Yeah.
Like this was a hell of a comeback. Yeah. Can we talk about that Bernard Moss though?
I should have
talk about that,
man. But he jumped in the air, reached over the defender's back, said, "Give me that," and you got mossed. Yeah, no, it was an incredible catch by Bernard, man. That's a highlight he's gonna have for a long, long time. John Mateer, man, he threw a big pick when he didn't need to. So here's the thing: Oklahoma had an opportunity. They were up 17-0, and they blew another opportunity. I think it was with a turnover to take that and possibly have gone up 24-0. Yeah, that would have broken Bama, but they couldn't get the job done, and they let Bama come all the way back. That was disappointing, but that also shows Big Mo is a real thing, man. Momentum is a real freaking thing in the course of a game. And sometimes it gets rolling and gets away from you and you can't get it back.
Yeah. Once they lost that 17-0 and they went into halftime 17 up, Oklahoma came out of the second half like, damn.
Yeah.
Now we got to try to do it again. Meanwhile, Bama came in there fired up like, bro, we was down 17-0. And we right back in their face. And they went back out there and they scored again. You know what I mean? So they definitely put, belt ass in that. From the second quarter on, it was belt ass for Alabama.
Yeah, I know they had been crushed. Yeah. But here comes, I think, the greater issue with the other 2 games of the day yesterday. So we had a rematch of Ole Miss and Tulane. We saw that earlier in the season, like week 2 or week 3, and Ole Miss beat Tulane 45-10. And we saw this rematch, and I'm thinking, okay, they got some film to watch. They got a chip on their shoulder. Tulane is going to come out here and be competitive. No. Ole Miss beat down Tulane 41-10. We're not going to get into the specifics of this game. Bigger, stronger, faster team. They beat them, right? Okay, on the flip side of the bracket, we see James Madison go into Oregon, and they get beat 51-34. At one point, I think I saw James Madison down like 41-3. So they try to make a furious comeback, but obviously a lot of that is
like second
quote
half,
unquote garbage time type points.
Exactly.
It was still a lot of them, but just didn't have enough. So what happens is this, and Steve and I were discussing this morning. Shout out Steve, man, king of the chat. He is very upset that these 2 group of 5 teams got in because he feels that it wasn't competitive. And the argument is, if the college football playoff committee is trying to get in the 12 best teams, then they failed in that, right?
Yeah.
So my argument is, while that is true, 2 things could be true, right? That's my line. 2 things could be true. So while that is true, that they failed to be competitive, and they, according to the rules of the college football playoff committee, did all that they had to do, and they were able to get in there. My greater issue is that Alabama got in when they shouldn't have. That's what really opened the door for this. That the committee is afraid of ESPN. They're afraid of Greg Sankey. They're afraid of the SEC. And so they knew that they had to let Alabama in there or it was going to be bad. No, Texas should not have had that spot. Absolutely not. What are you trying to make this an SEC Invitational, Coach T? No, no, you're not there. No, they didn't do what they needed to do to get that spot. So Alabama gets in. These two teams get in. So let me ask your thoughts on this transformer. These are two group of 5 teams who clearly weren't on the level to compete in a loaded field this year. Where are you on whether or not they should have been there?
I'm trying to think of a solution.
Okay.
I don't have one.
There isn't one.
There isn't one. So
short of the group of 5 getting their own playoff.
That is the only solution. That was the first thing coming to my mind, right? Have these guys have but the thing is, thinking about, well, that's not fair. We don't have a shot at the big one, and that one don't count. They're going to treat it like
one, just like FCS and Division III and whoever else. They have a playoff and they got their shot.
But this is a version of stay in your lane, right? Tulane and James Madison, they should be in their own lane.
Okay.
Don't bring them here with them big dogs. Yes. Committee, we just saw it, man. I mean, it's embarrassing to watch. Them boys got destroyed. Everybody knew that they were going to get destroyed. To see it and how they got destroyed, you're like, I mean, at one point, Ole Miss was up 41-3. 41-3. Notre Dame. What are you doing?
Drinking my juice.
Why are you putting a Notre Dame thing in?
Because we're talking about college football.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Ole Miss was up 41-3 on Tulane. At one point, Oregon was up 48-13.
Mm-hmm.
Those are competitive games. Texas A&M and Miami, that was competitive. We saw 2 competitive juggernauts go back and forth.
Yes.
Alabama and Oklahoma, it was starting to blow out, came back into a really good football game, and they hashed it out in the fourth quarter. We saw competitiveness in those games, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're not finna see much competitiveness if you keep this up. It's gonna be more deflating for a freaking program that we get invited to this just to get just butchered every single time. We got to run into the Bama. We got to run into the Oregons. We got to run into the Ole Miss, and we just get physically destroyed because y'all let us in here.
Okay, so 2 problems with that, right? And while I agree with what you're saying to a point, problem number 1, we can't tell these guys that you play all year, do everything you're supposed to do, and you don't get a shot just because we think you're going to get smoked, right? The analogy I like to make, which is apples to oranges, indeed, but I actually looked this up this morning, and because Steve and I were debating it, and I sent it to him. Let me grab it up real quick. I should have had it ready. But the analogy I like to make is if we look at
I got it.
I'm sorry, hold up, y'all. Okay, based on, and this is the NFL now, but not quite the same, but based on 59 Super Bowls having been played thus far, right? There have been 26 Super Bowls decided by 14 points or more. 2 scores, right?
Yeah.
44% of the time. That's a big win. There have been 21 Super Bowls decided by 17 points or more. 36% of the time, right? So you look at it, more than half or roughly half of all Super Bowls have been blowouts. We can't look at it after the fact and say, for instance, let's go to, was it the Broncos in 89, I think, against the 49ers? They got beat 55-10. Could we go back and say, well, the Broncos shouldn't have been there because they got smoked? No, they earned their way to that butt cutting. Right?
Yeah, because you got to beat everybody in the AFC to get there.
Well, I mean, JMU and Tulane, they beat who they had to beat on their schedule to get there. So it's imperfect. I know. That's why I say it's apples to oranges.
Yeah, it's kind of like, because
yeah,
I get what you're trying to say. But, unfortunately for college, you only have the regular season and you get invited to the playoffs, right?
It's true.
You're comparing the Super Bowl, but they already been through the trenches of their own conference.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So they actually, at a higher point, deserve to be there for their conference because they were the better of their conference, right? They probably they got beat historically just against the other conference, right? So it's not like there was a committee that voted and said, hey, Broncos, who'd you say? Which Super Bowl did you call?
Broncos and 49ers. I believe
Broncos 49ers.
89.
It wasn't like a committee voted the 49ers and the Broncos to be in that game.
Maybe 88.
Right?
No,
they had to fight through the trenches of their own conferences, battle to the top. It was a lopsided matchup when they got there.
Okay.
Right?
So that's the point. So you make a point. We need to do away with the committee and go back to machines where we get some type of standardized criteria, and the machines who have no opinion, they have no allegiance, no bias, right? They just figure it out based on what's what, and that's who gets in. That's the only fair way to do it. Because if you do it, because think about it, the committee changes every year. There's no standardized criteria. There's different people on it. It could be me this year, and it could be you next year. You might see differently on what you value in a team to rate it in a certain place to get in, where I might see differently and say, well, that team doesn't deserve to be there. But next year, you can't go by the criteria that Bruce set because Bruce is no longer here. Transform is here now. You know what I mean? So I don't like that. And so the third thing I want to say about it is this. For the most part, you're right in that these group of 5 versus power 5 games aren't competitive. However, every now and again, and this is why you can't just do away with it, every now and again, you get these games where you see, the quote unquote little guy who is good enough to compete. And we saw that for the most part start back in 06 when Boise State beat Oklahoma in the Fiesta Bowl. That was huge, right? And then we saw it was regular season, of course, but we saw Appalachian State in one of the biggest upsets in college football history go to the big house and beat Michigan. We saw that. We saw situations where UCF went undefeated throughout the entire season in 2017 and then beat
USF.
No, UCF.
Was it? UCF.
They went undefeated.
I get the schools confused.
Right. And then I think in the Peach Bowl, they beat Auburn. Yeah. Same Auburn from the SEC, who I believe was 10-3 and beat Georgia and Alabama in back-to-back weeks. UCF went to the Peach Bowl, beat them. Yeah. UCF the following season, undefeated through the regular season, goes to the Fiesta Bowl, New Year's 6, plays Joe Burrow and LSU right till the end, and then came up short. The point is, there's always going to be teams here and there where
the Cinderella run,
a group 5 that's good enough to match up. So if we say, group of 5, no more chance, you're ruining the opportunity for those teams and telling them that no matter what they do all year, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Now, I get it. A year like this makes it look bad. Not only did you have 1, you had 2, and neither was competitive. I totally get it. I'm just saying, and I'm not saying you're wrong either. I'm saying somebody needs to find something to fix this thing.
Yeah. No, that's true. That's true. Find a matchup that you think that this team can legitimately beat them.
Yeah, for sure.
Put some type of all these analytical nerds. Right. Could nobody find a team like, okay, I think this would be more competitive.
Yeah,
do it like this.
For sure. And by the way, real quick, back to that A&M and Miami game. Can we stop the narrative now that the worst SEC team would be a conference champion in every other conference? Because we saw Texas A&M, who was the 3rd best team in the SEC, get beat by an ACC team that didn't even play for their conference championship. So can we stop the BS now? Can we stop it? Can we stop it?
The big bad SEC.
Come on, man. Let's cut that out.
I wasn't even looking at the probability. That was crazy work.
Yeah, Coach T, I totally understand that Tulane, JMU aren't UCF. I get it. I'm just saying, I don't believe in letting these kids go out there, bust their butt, these young men play all year, work all that, run all them sprints, lift all those weights, all these coaches pouring over hours of tape just to tell them that no matter what you do, you won't have an opportunity. Nah, that ain't cool. I don't believe in that. I don't. Yeah, so those are my thoughts on it, man. You got any before we open up these phone lines?
I mean, other than fix it, just find a way.
I know.
Just find a way. When there's a will, there's a way.
Do you think they really want to find a way? Because remember, when they were,
you got to find a way to get the SEC teams in.
That's right. They want to expand to 16, and Big Ten and the SEC want a minimum of 4 automatic bids. A minimum of 4. That defeats the purpose of a playoff if you create these automatic bids. And hey, I'll be honest. Notre Dame has it set up now where, and this was decided more than a year ago, where if they're in the top 12, they're automatically in. That also defeats the purpose of a playoff. Earn your way in.
Yeah.
And the way to avoid people getting screwed once again is let the machines do it. That's all.
Yeah. On a side note, what was up with this? Your athletic director talking to the ACC. What was that about?
So Notre Dame has, Notre Dame plays hockey in the Big Ten.
Yeah.
All their Olympic sports besides hockey are in the ACC full time, including basketball. But they only play a partial ACC football schedule, 5 games a year, which is in order to maintain their traditional rivalries of Stanford, USC, Navy, and I guess you got 2 other games that you can get in there, whether it's an SEC game, another Power 5 game, or another 2 Power 5 games. But and by the way, people need to stop with this Notre Dame plays a week schedule stuff. Y'all do know that even though they're independent, see the lies, man. Even though they're independent, the ACC schedule that they play every season is not chosen by them. It's chosen by the ACC. Y'all are aware of that, right? Chosen by the Atlantic Coast Conference and given to Notre Dame. Notre Dame don't choose who they play in the ACC every year. So keep that in mind. But anyway, moving right along. But yeah, I agree with you that something does need to be fixed and we got to figure it out. And man, the narratives drive me crazy, but we will see what happens going forward. Because I'm going to tell you, I think Indiana beats Bama. Oregon, Texas Tech is going to be serious, man. That's going because Texas Tech is so good and so physical. Their defense is crazy, and
they can put it on you too, boy.
Right. And notice that, right? Notice this though: Ole Miss and Georgia. Coincidence? They get set up so that you have a freaking SEC team in the semis, no matter what.
Fiesta Bowl.
You notice how that works?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Right. And then you got Miami and Ohio State. I think Miami's run ends right there.
Yeah.
So I see Georgia and Ohio State in the semis, and that'd be really good.
I'm definitely gonna watch this game. What's that? New Year's Eve? I think that game comes on. Yeah, I think it's New Year's Eve. Oh shit! What am I gonna be doing New Year's Eve? I don't even know. But
December 31st.
Yeah, that's gonna be a New Year's Eve game. Ohio State, man. I think the energy level of that game is gonna be through the roof for Ohio State.
Yeah,
it's gonna be through the roof.
Sure.
And I'm at this point. I'm kind of expecting an ass whooping.
Mm-hmm.
And that's no disrespect to Miami. Not me speaking as an FSU fan. That's not saying that Miami need to get the ass whooped. I'm just saying that the sheer pain and pissed offness that Ohio State is bringing into that game,
festivity,
the highest festivity.
Yeah, for sure.
I think they're gonna come in and butcher that game.
Yeah, I think they're gonna go in.
Yeah.
I do. All right,
beats Georgia.
Let's take a couple calls on this, man. You got Ole Miss beating Georgia?
Upset.
Okay, I like it.
I like it. Georgia.
All right, let's go. Let's take a couple calls. 904-219-8264. 904-219-8264. Let's talk some college ball.
I need one upset. There's gonna be one. That's my one.
I can't call this Texas Tech Oregon, man. Oregon looked real good, but we've seen they can get beat by a physical team.
Yeah.
We saw that against Indiana. We saw that last year against Ohio State.
Yeah.
And I think Texas Tech can be that team, man. Texas Tech, Indiana. I would like that. That'd be a good semi, bro. That's a good semi.
Notre Dame head coach is top college candidate in widespread coaching search. Giants love Marcus Freeman.
Yeah. We're gonna take care of that. We're gonna pay him, make sure he doesn't go anywhere. They're working to get another extension done. Coach T says he has Bama over Indiana. That would be an upset. I don't see it. Coach T, what up? Coach T, you there?
Again?
I don't know what's up with this dude's phone.
What is going on with this man's phone?
Yeah, why is it taking so long to...
Are you calling from prison?
What are you doing? What are you doing, bro? Guys, Homer, don't make me pull up on you.
Man, look.
You can. You ain't going to do much, but,
How are we getting calls from
play ball?
You get a call from in-state. What's going on, man?
I'm talking about from prison. Don't make me pull up on you.
You gotta go through the verification. You are calling. Incoming call from Dade County. What's up, T? What's up, Coach? What's happening?
Oh, we got jokes. We got jokes delayed today, huh, 10 man?
Bro. You're the only call that comes in delayed. I don't know why I keep doing that.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
They've been doing it the last 3 times I've been called in. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I don't know. Maybe I need to stop harassing Bruce when he's not on the show. 'Cause I think he's like, but forget coach.
Nah, never
Put him on delayed alert.
Never that.
Yeah. No. First, I'm gonna address what you said, Bruce. It's you're my boy. It's all love, but man, we gotta leave that sensitivity stuff out the door, man. All this all. Oh man, they work so hard all year. How can we tell them? We can tell them that they can't be in because they're not competitive when it matters. When everybody's watching.
That's BS.
Yeah.
That ain't BS.
Sometimes they won't be. Sometimes they will be. But you can't. We won't know until they take the field.
1 year out of 20 is not a good ratio.
Okay.
No, see, I was on your side, and me and Carlos had this debate because he wants to do away with the G5 too. But this year is the year I'm like, well, I got to side with him because there was 4 teams that were left out.
Okay.
Because we let those G5 teams in there that deserve to be in there. Like BYU was one of them. So that's why I know 2 spots of 2 deserving teams that should have been in the playoffs are not there. And we would have loved to see them because the games would have been better because of the rule for the G5, and then they got whacked. So you can make an argument for Notre Dame. You can make an argument for BYU. I know you don't like Texas, but you can make an argument for Texas. And then Duke has a legitimate argument too, even though their record was 7-5. They were, ACC champions.
Yeah.
So those top 4 teams right now does have an argument to be in there, but this year alone. So
okay.
I don't know if they're going to ever find a system that works because every year there's something different.
That's the problem.
The only thing I can think of is just, just let the top 25 teams just battle it out in the playoffs and let the top 12 have, buys or something. I don't know. Just let them play.
The Big 12 actually, the Big 10 wanted a 24 team playoff. That's what they wanted. So I get it. Obviously, you're not going to get that, but
24 teams.
24 teams. That's what they wanted. I mean, that'd be cool. I'm
don't even got that
good
many.
with the 12, maybe 16, but I'm good with the 12. Because when I personally was calling for expansion, I was calling for 8, and I thought 8 would have been fine. But 12 is good. 12 is good. But there's just too much money. But like I said, I don't like the idea of guaranteed at-large bids for particular conferences because that defeats the purpose.
Yeah.
No, at-large bid, you can put anybody in there.
No, but they're saying they were saying, yeah, go ahead.
No, I'm saying you can put anybody in there. This is not like the NCAA March Madness tournament in basketball. You got 64 teams. So, yeah, you got at-large bids, but in football, you have to legitimately put the best ones on there to make your, this was a national championship. Like you got to legitimately put, but it's harder. I understand it's harder in college football than every sport because you got so many schools.
Right.
Yeah, so many.
And you only play once a week. And you only play once a week. It's so many schools. That's why they came up with the bowl system to begin with.
Well, but we also know that out of all those schools, really only the top 20 are ones that you got to consider for something like this. So, like we say that, there's so many schools, but not really.
But you sitting up here lobbying for these G5 teams. You work so hard all year.
Don't misrepresent my position. Don't misrepresent my position. Bro. That's not what I was thinking, and you know that,
bro.
Okay, all right.
What you saying that 3 years ago when they screwed Florida State when they was undefeated?
Absolutely, I was screwed for Florida State to be in. Are you crazy?
He was on my side on that one, Tony.
I didn't know
he was on my side on that one.
I didn't know about the Format Podcast back then, so I had to ask.
All right.
Yeah, you was on the show. Oh yeah, you didn't.
Brother, appreciate it.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I had to console. I had to console Carlos because Carlos was so pissed off that
Yeah,
game.
listen, I'm not even a Knowles fan, and I was pissed off because I thought it was just a. It was egregious. I'll just say that.
And then who did they give it to? Alabama. What happened to Alabama? They got their ass whooped.
Got bounced.
Yeah.
Got bounced because we had they gave us Georgia. They put us 5 and 6.
Yeah.
They give us Georgia. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And Alabama, I think, got bodied by Michigan in the playoffs. So yeah.
They got bodied. But
yeah. I hear what you're saying, Coach T. I'm just saying, like,
that's the only thing. Like this year, I'm just going by this year alone.
Okay, that's
it's
fair.
Like,
yeah.
The G5 should not be in there because you have 4 legitimate teams that deserve. I would rather watch Notre Dame in there, and I hate them sons
right.
of snitches.
I mean, I think everybody would.
I rather would have seen them battle Oregon yesterday than that crap fest that I watched.
No,
or
I
watch
get it.
BYU or Texas go against Ole Miss and watching that crap fest that I watched. And last year, it was the same thing with the BTA against those G5 schools.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Super Bowls versus those games, they're not the same. And I'll tell you why. Super Bowls is anticipated. You know that you're getting the best 2 teams, the conference winners, and everyone's watching. It's a Super Bowl. They have to add that aura, and you get it is not as a huge disappointment as it would be if that was your team that got their ass whooped.
Mm-hmm.
Versus the first round of the playoffs, you're seeing a team like Ole Miss or Oregon. These are top powerhouses, and you're going into the game knowing that there is no way this is going to be competitive.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Versus the Super Bowl, you're like, unless it's San Diego versus San Francisco, or that year, those 2 years that the Cowboys were just so dominant that you knew that the AFC didn't have a prayer.
Mm-hmm.
That's rare.
Right.
You're expecting a competitive game. These games, you knew they weren't going to be competitive before the game even started.
That's fair enough.
Yeah.
That's the only counter I have to your argument.
All right. Fair enough. Well, we're going to let you go, Coach T. We're going to go ahead and wrap the show.
NFL about to start.
Yes, sir. Appreciate the call, brother. Thank you so much.
For sure.
Michael Knight, man, we appreciate you, bro. Hey, that was a fun show we had, man. We definitely gonna try to make that a monthly thing for sure. That show was fun. It was absolutely fun.
Yeah, we had a great time, and we appreciate your support there, and we appreciate your support here. Thank you, brother. We got tons of content on the channel, man. Check it out. Absolutely. All right, we are gonna go ahead and we are gonna leave it right there. Great show as always, my main man Trent. Oh, wait. Of course, Bruce.
Oh God, why are you doing this, man?
Why you do this every time, man?
How y'all doing? How boys feeling today, man?
He could have did all that before you answered the phone.
Hold up.
about the
I had to clear my throat for what I'm about to say.
I know he about to say. Here we go. Go ahead, say. Oh, yeah.
Yep. Motherfucking God, baby.
Yeah, it's about to be a wrap, though. Don't worry about it.
I'm gonna make it brief, man. Hey, man, the game's great yesterday. That Texas A&M Miami game, that was a barn burner. I love games like that.
Yes.
I'm not the high scoring guy, the 66.
Yeah, because we Ravens fans.
Yeah, I'm not. That Texas A&M Miami game, man. And the funniest thing about that game yesterday was when Michael Irvin, man, was on the sideline.
Hey, on all fours.
So Michael Irvin in great shape for his age,
He is.
man.
He sure is.
Man, Florida boy is different, man. There's something in the water down there. Man, I was disappointed, man. They put it like the other 2 teams. Like you say, JMU and the other team, the lower team, they deserve to be in there. But, man,
yeah.
Alabama fought hard, man.
They sure did.
Thought they were going to. If you were talking trash on the low podcast, I was going to get into me about that. But
I was.
They fought back, man. And,
they sure did.
That's something Texas. If you're going to see next, if you're going to see a Roll Tide is really back. At the spirit of Nick Saban has returned like he did in the second half of that Oklahoma game.
Facts.
For those other games, those Oregon games, man, that was just a waste.
Yeah.
I was very disappointed in that. But shout out to my Tide, man. They fought, man. I thought it was going to be a long offseason. I thought I was going to have to hear your mouth, Bruce.
No, listen, man.
Oh, he was prepared.
I was prepared, but guess what? They shut me up, though. They shut me up, so that's a great win, man.
Playoff start the next round. Now you're ready to see.
Yeah, good games all the way through.
Call, man. Happy Sunday to y'all boys. I'm going to the game tonight. Transformer, man. That reel, man, was so funny yesterday. I cannot wait the next Saturday reel. Imagine what that's going to be like.
Right.
Oh man, it's going to be something good. I'm going to have my Ravens flying all over the place getting shot.
I might have to come over there.
Hey man, come over here. You know, is Jordan Love is just a concussion? Is he going to be out for a while, or is just?
But you know he got to go through the protocol, so we'll see throughout the week. The protocol takes a couple of days.
Hey, shout out to Malik Willis, man. I don't mean to talk about the NFL on this topic.
No, you do, man.
He really improved from his Tennessee days. He played
really well. Yeah,
he's been playing well.
Mm-hmm.
He's really.
They get like Green Bay gives him a system. My bad. Go ahead.
What's going on in Green Bay is working for him. Like whoever coaching him up, he's playing way better than what he was 3 years ago. Like, so hey man, he might get a little. He might just how he played yesterday. He showed a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I want to say this about Caleb Williams. We talked all that junk about Caleb Williams, about the fingernails, but the boy been playing well.
Man, yes. And that throw. Oof.
Yeah. They know they try to compare him to Patrick Mahomes. He's not there yet. He's a good quarterback. But other than that, man, I just wanted to check with y'all boys, man, before I get my day started. And, man.
I appreciate that, man.
How y'all boys feeling, though, man? That Jake Paul junk was I think it was rigged, man. He looked at that punch. Like, how you looked at it, like, okay.
I don't rig a broke jaw.
No, you don't.
I'm not trying to rig a broke jaw.
You do not.
I know Jake Paul's an extremist, though, yo. That's what he do stuff like this.
Nah, man, I can't see that.
It's reports that he made like 80-something million off this fight or something like that.
They both made about 96 million.
One thing I will give that boy a hustler, not a market. And hey, you got to give it to him, man. So other than that, man, you boys have a great Sunday, man. Tonight, I wish y'all boys could have been here, man. I had 2 tickets for y'all, but
I appreciate
I'm so
that,
nervous about the day. I'm not trying to worry. Pittsburgh play at 4, so man, we got to win out, man.
What time Ravens play?
Oh, Ravens play tonight, and Pittsburgh play at 4. Detroit at 4. So
okay, gotcha. All right.
So if Pittsburgh win, we gotta win. But if Pittsburgh lose, we got a little bit of breathing room. But I need to handle our business.
Sure. Yeah.
I don't want to go through that. We wait for Pittsburgh. We need to handle our business. But other than that, we always have a great Sunday, man.
I appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much, man.
All right, brother.
All right. All right, y'all. Yeah, we're going to wrap right here. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe on the way out. If you're here in the live, appreciate you being here. If you're here watching on replay, thank you for taking the time to watch. Make sure you like and subscribe. Make sure you also subscribe to SMT Media Network for our guy Sneed. He's got some great content on his channel as well.
You got what you need.
Got what you need. Make sure you also take the time to hype a video. You get 3 hypes a week, I believe. And we got a lot of good stuff here, man. Thanks so much for being here. And we out. Peace.